Testing, 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 testing. I want to make sure you guys can hear me because I don't have my camera on yet, and I don't know. No, that's not. Okay, that's not it. That that's not what I want to do. That's Windows capture. Oh no! Don't tell me. Oh, I was about to say, man. Like my OBS is acting up. Okay, I don't know why my OBS is acting up. I don't think it's because of like I have a lot of stuff on. Denisha, thank you for stopping by. I hope work was great. College Wrestling Guy, what's up? Thank you for joining the chat. We're going to be cooking up some ideas over here. We're going to be talking about AEW Dynamite. We're going to be reviewing some of the AEW segments and basically talk about how it can improve because what I saw, I was just like, what is going on? Like, what is this? And yeah, if you guys don't know, I will be putting links in the chat for basically joining the Discord, joining my newsletter. I sent out with a the internet connection. Nah, please don't tell me. Please don't tell me. Hey Jamie, what's up? That the internet connection got fucked up again. I hope not. It got fucked up the first time. I'm just trying to get my camera on. I hate this. Dear camera, why don't you like turning on when you are supposed to be turned on? So we can like get this started. I'm just gonna have to re-put the thing. I'm gonna have to just re-put it into my OBS. The life of a streamer, guys. The life of a streamer. Yeah, something is slowing down my OBS, and I have no idea what it is. Everything is good on my end, but oh wow, now you don't even want to work. What is happening? That is so weird that it doesn't want to work now. I feel like it is. For sure. By the way, I'm watching you while attending my online course because I'm a college guy for real. All good, man. It'll be on the VOD later. It'll be on the VOD. Don't worry, don't worry. And if you ever want to tell me what you're studying in college, I would like to know. Not to be nosy and whatnot. It's my. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh my God. I look. I don't even know you guys can see me properly. God, it looks so grainy and so weird. Happy National Color Day. What up, Zach? Thank you for joining the chat. Jamie, thank you for joining the chat. I don't know if I acknowledged you. Um, what is Happy National Color Day? Okay, so you're multitasking and listening. You're studying uh, Python coding. Good luck with that, college guy. I give you all my best. Um, Now let's see if everything works out good because like the lighting and everything, like I look so horrible, like all the lighting. Jeez. Um I got my trusty headphones here so that way we can listen to some stuff. But oh wait, you guys can't see anything. What am I doing? I look like, it might just be like my laptop at the moment, but I'm gonna up the, what do you call it? The brightness. Anyway, welcome again. This is a live stream that it's on a Thursday. I don't really do live streams on Thursday because, being honest, those are my worst like numbers to do. I look at my numbers across the board for like all of my videos, all of my live streams, and I basically have better, a better live stream on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then if I want to do the occasional like weekend, then I'll do the occasional weekend. But for the most part, it is basically like Thursdays are the worst. But I want to say thank you guys for coming in, tuning in. I only put it out like on my Discord and on Twitter about, us going live today. So it's just one of those where it's like, I just want to have a conversation. That's all it is. I want to have a conversation. You can invite as many people as you want, obviously, because I am live, well, I'm glad you are doing the Thursday stream. It's my day off from work and going to college. Other days I work, so it's harder to watch streaming at work. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, college guy. But yeah, it's just been a really whirlwind of a week. Thank you to everyone who has listened to the Rebuttal podcast episode, whether that is on Spotify and or here on YouTube. And, I'm just going to say it straight out that I do not like bullshit in any like form. I don't like bullshit. But then again, you got to pick your battles. You got to pick like, when you want to say something, when you want to defend something and whatnot. And, I am always going to defend me. I am always going to be my biggest cheerleader. That's just how I am. That's just, how I grow up. I do appreciate every single one of my fans and my followers and my friends and anybody else that always like would either throw my name into the hat of an opportunity or basically like defend me and stuff like that. Like I appreciate each and every one. Each and every one of you guys. And just know that generally speaking, I am like a cheerleader for myself. I will put myself over because I value what I do. I love what I do. I have a strong love for what I do, and I do appreciate you guys on the back end anyway. This is why you guys are always with me, and I'm taking you along, and I'm talking about wrestling, and I'm being very honest and transparent about wrestling and stuff like that. But just know that overall, I will always defend myself, put myself out there and put my content out there. And I do, again, still all thank you guys. This is a group effort. This is a we effort. And whenever I talk about you guys, whether that's like outside of streaming, with other people, I always talk about my fans and my friends as we built this. My community helped me to basically build more for the Square Circle podcast, build more for myself. I always talk about you guys in a we aspect because it is a we aspect. I'm at heart, I am a bit of a loner. I still am, but I am breaking out of that. But I do appreciate each and every one of you guys, whether you follow me here on youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast, whether you follow me on the Discord, on the newsletter, on Twitter, wherever else. I'm all over social media. Like, I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. So again, thank you for, watching and listening the previous podcast episode about the rebuttal because it was all situational and I did not like the situation, and that's all it is. I just didn't like the situation and I called it out. That's what it is. But in addition to doing that and putting, my thoughts out there and basically defending myself and all that, the comments on the video were fantastic. Okay. I will say they are fantastic because a lot of people do want this idea that, even before I had to do the rebuttal, there were people that I was talking to behind the scenes that, maybe we should do one together. I should make my own. I should just, talk about the state of AEW. If you haven't like been following me, or this is like your first time watching me or first time following or stuff, I have been talking about like AEW since day one back in 2019. And if you go back into my back catalog, I have called out certain issues that Tony Khan has done. Whether that was the Tony Khan incident of throwing Big Swole under the bus, whether that was Tony Khan throwing Big Swole under the bus with no follow-up and no apology towards her, and also like all the attacks he's done over the 5 years, and talking about AEW by itself and like trying to fix the problems. I've been slowly putting my content up on Twitter as like links for people to see that I've been excuse me, that I've been like talking about AEW and their issues, and then I just stopped because people, the cult was too much. When we got to the first Forbidden Door and New Japan AEW pay-per-view, I basically said like, are we going to remember it? Are we going to keep talking about it? And guess what? We haven't talked about the first Forbidden Door in like since its inception. So that's what I was trying to get at back then. But then people just dragged my name through the mud, and I was like, you know what? You guys can live very happily in your bubble of AEW. And then I just came back onto the scene and started talking about it again because nothing has changed, especially after like Cody Rhodes left, just completely changed. No more vision, no more nothing. Then the biggest one was CM Punk leaving, and then it's just like all downhill from here. And there are people like myself and others in the community that want an honest conversation about AEW. I don't even want to do like, I wouldn't do a gotcha moment. Like, why would there ever be a need to try to do a gotcha moment to a community that obviously feels like it's important to talk about these topics, It's important to have these conversations. If people in the IWC want to get fake mad and fake outrage over WWE and not do anything, then they're all just talk. They're not action. If they truly had a problem with, diversity, they'll be making videos geared towards WWE to be like, hey, Triple H, these are some ideas, you don't have to take them, but like, this is how, diverse characters can work in relation to the storytelling that's already being told in WWE. But are they making those videos? No, it's easier to cry a fake outrage than, not doing that. My whole entire back catalog is about, talking about the topic at hand, how we can suggest ideas to improve the product, what we can do, what wrestlers can do, how characters can be formed. And I created the tape study series. That's what I did. I just don't really keep up with it. But for the most part, when I was really, really streaming on Twitch, it was mainly us watching professional wrestling matches, me pausing and stopping and breaking down professional wrestling matches and being like, hey, this wrestler is doing X, Y, and Z because they're telling the story inside the ring. I'm able to break that down. I'm able to tell you guys what's what. And, that's called action. That's not me getting like fake mad and be like, oh my God, did you see how he did that wrist lock wrong? Like, oh my God, he don't know how to wrestle. This isn't this channel. I am not that kind of content creator. I do not appreciate to be grouped into a so-called problem that the content creator space has when there is no problem, when people just want to create a problem because projecting. That's why. So, on this channel, we actually break down stuff. We actually talk about stuff, and I actually, pull up the necessary information to be like, hey, we're going to be talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling today. We're going to be talking about the Japanese fans and how they play a role in what the wrestlers end up becoming at the end and even before they leave the company. I even pull up like the map of Japan. Like if you were here for like the last live stream, I pulled up the map of Japan to be like, look, Tokyo is on this side. You have Sendai on the other side. There's like so many miles apart from each other. So you're going to get different kinds of Japanese fans in these small little arenas. And they're not good. All of them are not going to understand professional wrestling the same way that like fans in Tokyo and Osaka and like the city parts of Japan understand it. And on the same breath of that, they are not going to understand professional wrestling as well as American wrestling fans. Meaning that like we know so much more versus Japanese fans. So the Square Circle podcast is dedicated to reviewing wrestling shows and interviewing wrestlers and interviewing industry leaders and taking you on vlogs, taking you behind the scenes, and trying to do my best to incorporate a lot of fun stuff because I do like to be on the front lines of professional wrestling. I like to be there in person. I like to help out. Even if like I don't show you everything, my passion is to help the wrestling business as much as I can because I feel like if you are in this to truly help the business, it shouldn't be a take kind of thing if you're a wrestling fan. It should be like you can take, but also try to give back. And if you truly want to give back as a wrestling journalist, don't try to flip-flop and don't try to be something that you're not just to get those brownie points, just to get that engagement farming up because it does not serve you. It really doesn't. It will speak more to your character if you're true and honest to people and fans versus trying to get that engagement farming up, trying to swindle people. You know, the word grifter gets thrown around a lot, and this is where people do not know definitions anymore. A grifter is someone that swindles you out of money, that swindles you out of something. If me as a content creator is asking for, to support the channel, if you guys want to, you can, donate here. You can, buy me a cup of coffee. Right now on YouTube, we are on our way to be into the YouTube partner program. And that's something for me to look forward to. That's something for you guys to look forward to if you want to help the channel. But has there ever been a day where like someone swindles you out of money? You know who swindles you out of money? The people that put up tweets on Twitter saying that, hey, help me out with this GoFundMe, but they're using that money to go buy WrestleMania tickets, wrestling tickets, traveling to wrestling events, and they do not give you deliverables. That is a grifter. A grifter is someone that's like, hey guys, I love professional wrestling so much, but I can't make it to this. I can't make it to that. But they don't really have the content to really show it for, the deliverables that you should be giving people. So people end up giving, their hard-earned money to people that go to a show to enjoy, and there's no work out of it. So that is a grifter. A grifter is not someone like myself or other content creators that make content. And whether you think that the content is like bashing AEW, bashing WWE, bashing wrestling, but also saying loving wrestling and then flipping the coin and trying to get the fans and everything, that's not a grifter because they're giving you deliverables. They're going live. They are making content, they're making video, they're making shorts, they're doing stuff to earn the pennies that we get from advertisers. And then if you want to give them extra money, that's on you. But they are still delivering you a show. They are delivering you an entertainment value. They're also delivering you like interviews if they want to do interviews. They're delivering you behind the scenes content. So I don't understand how that can be a grifter, how that person could be a grifter. The only way that another way a content creator could be a grifter, if they're like, hey, sign up to my Patreon. Here are some AI generated videos, but you don't know they're AI generated videos. And then once they get X amount of money, that's it. They shut down shop. And they leave. That is a grifter because a grifter is someone that swindles you out of your hard-earned money. Not someone that puts up an entertainment value, video value, interview value, and basically do it 365 days, maybe not even take a vacation and stuff like that. So please, when you are using words, make sure you know the definition of words. We have come so far in our society. It's 2024 and people do not know the definition of words. People just throw around what they hear and that's about it. They really don't do much research, but in the same breath would tell you, hey, you don't know that wrestler? Go Google that wrestler. And if you agree with what I say, hit that like button. It helps out the live stream and it pushes the live stream into the YouTube algorithm so we could get more people in here to have a conversation about all that I say. Jamie, I totally agree. I can also relate. Yeah, both of us can relate. So Denisha says that you were on JD's live stream chat. TK kicked out one of JD's fans when he was at AEW live event yesterday. He was wearing a JD shirt. He was asked to leave or change his shirt. TK lost his mind. What? Wow. Okay. Okay. That's, I mean, I sound shocking and all. It is probably shocking, but at the same time, it's like, what? First of all, I didn't know that JD has merch, and I hope that doesn't like send the mob after me. But I truly did not know that he has merch. That's interesting. Jamie says the change has been for the worse. It has been for the worse. And then College Guy says, my 2 cents here. I think it would behoove many wrestling fans of, many wrestling fans of Japanese wrestling to at least travel to Japan and feel the difference. It's eye-opening overall. I agree with College Guy. That's exactly it. Sometimes a lot of wrestling fans, want to stay in their bubble. It's totally fine. You don't always have to travel if you don't want to. If you don't like traveling, that's cool too. But sometimes we do ourselves a very disservice of not getting out there and experiencing other cultures because we are not the only culture that's out there. I would say travel, be safe, and experience, experience all that. Yo, Robert Jr., what's up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, so that is my overall thoughts, because for the past couple of days it's been like I said, crazy, a whirlwind, and sometimes it does need to be talked about on air. And I still look like I got a big giant halo. There's so much lighting. I look weird. I feel like everything is so bright. So that brings me to the agenda for today, right? The agenda for today is to talk about how can we do this state of AEW address, which is an idea, okay? It was an idea. I already explained the situation in the previous, video. Give me a second here, guys. Let me drop the link in chat for it, because I know that if I keep talking about it, people are going to get upset and people are going to get into their feelings a lot more. So, which is the weirdest thing. Okay. So if you have not seen the video I am sort of talking about, slightly referencing, and what I had mentioned earlier, the link is in the chat. The comments there, like I said, were fantastic, because I think that it is time to probably have a discussion about, if someone should take Tony Khan's phone. That's the mild way of me putting it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's the mild way of me putting it. Because for over the past 5 years, it's been really ramped up and raging about, the way that Tony Khan came after fans, Tony Khan, poking the bear at WWE for stuff that, as the little brother that wants you to pay attention to him kind of deal. And for the 5 years creating this tribalism. We've always had tribalism, okay? every fandom has tribalism. However, it is kind of like, who increased it the most on a faster scale, and that was Tony Khan. That's what it is. That is what we see in real time. We're seeing this play out in real time. And that's the thing that bothers me, where like wrestling fans, whether they are real, a bot, or an anime profile picture on Twitter, it bothers me to read the high level of delusion that comes from their tweets. Because I'm like, you really probably don't think this on a daily basis. You're just saying this to get a rise out of somebody, to do engagement farming, to basically, want to be the talk of the town for 15 minutes because you want that dopamine to come through your body. And you're like, yes, I did a very good thing today. I got people upset on the internet, rather than just being yourself and being honest and talking about wrestling. But it's more for people to get a kick out of something because they have nothing else going on in their lives. And that might be like a cop-out for like, me to say, because I don't really know these people's lives, but for the way that they answer, the way that they post their tweets, and their tweets are very delusional, very high delusional, you got to think like something is not going correct in their life, or maybe it is, but like, we kind of foster assholes on the internet. The internet has allowed us to foster assholes rather than try to foster, the good. You can have some of the bad, just not the ugly. You know what I mean? College guy says, I like to say, since Tony loves Japan, imagine if he tried to attend university in Japan but has to pass the entrance exam. No study time and no tutoring, but thinks he would pass and get in. I would love AEW to document that. I would want to see it, and I would love to react to that. If that ever happens, if he has to take the entrance exam to a university in Japan, oh my God, that'd be fun. That would be so fun. But yeah, so sometimes we have to like sift through the bullshit that we see online, because there are really good people that I follow that have really good takes on AEW, on WWE, on wrestling in general. And I follow them, and they are really good people to like talk wrestling with because they have common sense. They have a good head on their shoulders. And I have some of them in my chat. Probably everyone in my chat, I should say, but like the guys that I talk to on Twitter, I have them following me, I follow them, we network, we basically, mesh networks together. That's not the word I was looking for, but that was the idea that I was thinking of. However, we interact. I've given a lot of these people a lot of likes, a lot of retweets, because it's like, yes, I get that. I understand that. However, on the flip side, it's more easier to manipulate someone's feelings to get ahead out of everybody else that wants to be true, that wants to be transparent, that wants to have a good conversation, It's one of those things that it's like the people who engagement farm feel like they're ahead of everybody else, but they're really not. In the previous live stream episodes, I do talk about like, if you take shortcuts, eventually your empire is going to fall, and you're going to like, people are going to turn on you because shortcuts, you don't see that little bump in the road. You don't see that little crack in the road. And then like, it's too late to try to pick yourself back up. So, it's just one of those things of like, you gotta know when to break rules for the sake of your brand and the sake of yourself, and to move forward versus like, taking shortcuts. And taking shortcuts could be very, very small, like always manipulating the people on Twitter who are always going to quote tweet something and then be angry about it because the people have figured out your pattern. And this is why sometimes the IWC gets a bad rep. And my thing is that I would like to change that perception. I would love to change that perception that we are not grouped into the miserable part of the wrestling community. The miserable part of the wrestling community are the ones that always have time to have arguments, but They are arguing without actually paying attention to what's being said. There is a lost art in the United States where, context is king. Even though it's the internet and we are typing stuff out, you don't know the tone behind someone's words. But context is everything. Reading between the lines is everything. It's one of those things of like, it's lost on the education system because the internet has created its own section and system of basically training people to yell first, don't say sorry, don't have a conversation in DMs, and that drama rules everything. I like a little bit of drama, but I don't like stupid drama. I don't like stupid drama. I don't mind drama depending on what it is because I grew up on Jerry Springer and I grew up on Maury and like those kind of shows. Drama filled to the brim. So I grew up on those kind of shows. So I like drama sometimes. I just don't like stupid drama or bullshit drama or fake outrage drama where they know, and fans eat it up like glue and fans just say whatever the fuck they want. And it's like, do you guys not understand, what's going on here? Do you guys not see it? Do you guys not see the pattern? It is there for you to take the bait. And no matter how many times I'm going to say it, no matter how many times I bring it to the attention of, internet people, they're still going to do the same thing because misery loves company. And, they probably either feel good at the end of the day because it is dopamine going through the whole entire system, or they go to sleep mad. And then when they wake up, they have like a random ass tweet about being mad. And it's like, well, no one told you to interact with the engagement farming account, which again, we can use the word grifter because those engagement farm accounts are grifters that if they did the whole process on Twitter, they will get a check in the mail because Elon will pay you for your tweet that has the most engagement. And the wrestling community is known to just say a bunch of shit, think that, it's a good thing, and then like go on their merry way. I was going to say their merry days. All right. So Robert Jr. says AEW is just a shell of what it once was at this point, and it's sad to see. Yes, definitely sad to see. But I still wanted to succeed, and this is why I will eventually get to the, my idea of the state of the AEW dress idea. Jamie said, it's funny how people will act or what they will say if they're not face to face. The internet fosters horrific behavior. It does. And Mike Tyson said it right, that it made everybody complacent and, they don't know what it feels to, get punched in the face sometimes. Andrew, what's up? Thank you for joining the chat. Thank you for being here into the live stream. This is your response to college wrestling guy. Tony going to a Japanese university will be like a first year going to Hogwarts for the first time. Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, definitely. And Robert Jr. says, and what the fuck is Jericho doing as ROH world champion? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know if like Jericho has in his contract where like he has to win the belts. If people are talking negatively about him because no one likes the learning tree. I don't know if he has a contract clause that he has to get the belt. Like, I don't know, but I will say that we will not be covering Jericho on this live stream. We will not be doing that. Also, the JD fan kicked out of the AEW show is apparently made up. But JD isn't addressing it. He's the bitter ex still trying to gaslight the AEW fans for clicks. I'll keep an eye on that story. I'll see what's up with that story. But yeah, because I'm like, yo, I don't know if JD has merch. I've never like heard or seen on my timeline if he does. But again, this is just an observation. Nothing personal, observation, situational. That's all it is. Yo, what up, Gia? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. It's been theorized that Jericho owns a piece of AEW. You know, I could actually believe that theory. I could definitely believe that theory. College guy says, I got another analogy. Oh, God, here we go. Imagine someone says they can bench press 1K pounds, so 1,000 pounds, but they don't train or eat right, and they try to bench 1K, and you see them struggle, and they are surprised at the outcome. That is a fantastic analogy. Fantastic analogy. Fantastic. Okay, so let me get into this idea, right? Because again, I think I could post it again. If you guys have not seen the video is there. The comments are fantastic. The comments were basically saying that I can get, people to be on a panel and talk about the state of AEW, right? Because it seems like everybody else wants the clicks, everybody else wants the clout, everybody else wants, to say it, but don't really do it and want to have a gotcha moment and just have the same talking points. I don't want the same talking points. I know what my feelings are. I know what some other people's feelings are, but when we have questions, right, then the talking points change. So if you guys are not in my Discord and or following me on, my newsletter, I don't know why I couldn't think of it. First of all, let me put my Discord link. If I can find my damn thing again. Okay. Discord link if you guys could join it, because I do put what I wrote in my newsletter that I gave to everybody on my readers list. Basically, I wrote the same thing in my Discord, but I'm going to go over it. Let me bring up some more pictures for you guys. And at any point, for anyone that is watching and passing on by or lurking, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any comments or thoughts, just drop them in the chat. I will read them. I will give you my honest opinion, my honest transparency, and basically I will definitely talk about it. Okay. So this is, I don't even know if you guys can see this because it is so small. Anyway, that's me on Discord, right? That's me on Discord. That is part 1 of Discord, of me talking about this idea. They did address that fan that got kicked out of the live stream. I was in the live chat yesterday. He was having a live stream tonight, State of the Union. Oh, okay, cool. You just, what up, Jamie? You just joined? Oh, what? You just joined the Discord? Welcome, Jamie. Welcome. I am going to read this through. I'm going to read it from the Discord, but it's the idea of that, we should have a conversation about it, Yes, thank you for joining the Discord. I hope that you guys can see it. But I'll read it. Oh, and the only reason why I wanted to do this is because I already had the idea to talk about AEW and the mess that it's been in and whatnot, but everything that happened that pushed this, I'm like, okay, cool. Now I have double the high fives from everybody in the comment section of the previous video and then behind the scenes that, now I think that we should have this conversation, because for some reason, no one is holding Tony Khan accountable. And no matter how many times we say that, he should be held accountable for stuff, nobody really does it. Everyone throws in softball questions when he gets interviewed. No one pushes back on him. And the only reason why, there should be pushback is because he's the one that says that he oversees everything. He basically is the CEO. He gets the last word. He gets the last say. Like, he is boss. Boss. You know, he's like really so high up on the food chain. I can't think of another word. But he's so high up in like the corporate ladder that there should be some pushback to him. The same way, and again, I don't want to make this into a WWE versus AEW thing, but just hear me out. The same way that like Vince will get a little bit of pushback on some stuff, where Triple H will get a little bit of pushback on some stuff, you know, but Tony Khan doesn't get a pushback. Like, you know, if you're going to say that you are the be all end all of AEW, and there's a bunch of baggage that comes with AEW, meaning like the dirt sheets and all the false reports, whether it's true or not, you know, no sorries for whatever the dirt sheets put out, the freaking smear campaigns against wrestlers, all this shit that we know for 5 years. And there's no pushback. There's no like, Tony, why would you do this? Tony, like, this is the perception of AEW. Like, it's not growing because they have not, you know, accepted the stuff that's wrong to move on to a new page, you know? TK does not like to be disagreed with. He only finally went back on Busted Open when Bully stayed away, which is true. I saw that. That whole thing is, man. One of my issues with Tony is that you can tell he has never been in a spot where he had to work from the bottom up. That is true. We can all see it. We can see this in real time. Like working in construction with long hours of hard work and guys yelling all day. Man, like we all yell. We all know that. Even in retail, man. Retail does the same shit. Okay. I am going to read this to you guys verbatim because there's nothing here. Okay, so I'm just going to skip ahead, right? Because I already explained like the situation. I explained like the agenda of what's going to be happening today on the live stream. So this is where it's important. And it says, I truly want to have an open and honest discussion. Even if AEW and Tony Khan doesn't want to implement it, you might think that'll be a loss for us or have a mood of why try? And I'll say this. The internet gives voices to all, good, bad, ugly, engagement farmers. So why not just talk about the issue? At least we'll have the footprint. We'll have the forever audio video file in the digital space of the internet, like so many others that use their voice to speak up, out, against, educate, and more on a daily basis. I still want AEW to succeed because it's good for wrestlers to be at and showcase what they have, but at this current state, it's looking more and more like getting buried in the right sense of the word. Think about it. MLW has a revolving door that allows wrestlers to come and go as they please, but sometimes won't be a mainstay due to creative or money issues. It's always one or the other, and that is just how life is. Life is about creative and money issues. Obviously, I love MLW, so like no disrespect to how they do things, but that's being business conscious right there. NJPW is picky with who they sign and have a handshake deal with, so wrestlers aren't often a mainstay. We see this. Right now, currently we have Best of the Super Junior of the Tag League tournament. And there's only 12 in total of tag teams that are A and B. Nobody knew except for the Velocities. I don't count Tiger Mask and El Captain as a new tag team. I really don't. But the Velocities are a new tag team, which I am very happy that they finally got into New Japan Pro Wrestling for this tournament specifically. I did watch their match between Aussie Open, and that was a really fantastic match. So I go on to say WWE is filled up, even though they keep taking people, even if they allow them to take outside bookings. TNA feels like they have a cap on who can be a mainstay or not. The point is AEW can help everyone out, but lack of leadership and structure makes you think otherwise, right? Let me see if anyone has any comments. Cool. Oh, okay. You guys, you guys are good. you guys are good. No worries. Okay. So that's the first part. And of course, if you agree with any of that, hit that like button. This is just me being very like open and honest about like why I want to do it, you know? And by the way, you cannot please like everyone and you cannot please everyone, okay? That includes like as being a content creator and having fans and having like supporters and haters and everybody else, you can't like, please everybody. You can't. No, Miro got released out of his contract. The last time that I checked, that is what I heard. Unless I'm wrong. But yeah, so what do you call it? I think he is officially out of his contract. Okay. College Guy says, I like to share this. I fully got into New Japan Pro Wrestling by 2019. All the way. I need some water. I'm so sorry. Okay. I tried to escape AEW for Sirius. Then not long after AEW pillages New Japan with their nonsense, so I had to look elsewhere. And I talked about them pillaging it. I did. Yo, Robs, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Tony is in a very unique position in that he has control not seen since Vince fully took over from his father until WCW. What the hell? Truly pushed him close enough to closing his doors that he had to change. That is true. Thank you for bringing up that point. That is true. He asked for his... Okay, see, this is why, like... I need people to come here to make sure that like I say the right things or don't say the right things. There we go. Okay, so basically Gio has it correct. That Miro did ask for his release. And Gio follows up saying that no news if it's been granted. Which is true, you're totally right. Now that I think about it, he asked for his release. I don't think he got it yet. Yeah, he didn't get it yet. Now that I think about it. Okay, so now we're on to part 2. And again, if you are, agreeing with stuff, you can just hit that like button. That helps out. So I continued on in my Discord, right? Because I really wanted to get this, like, off my chest. Because I was like, yo, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it right. Okay, I want to do it right. Okay, so this is me talking about what I want to do in the wrestling community and, like, what I want to do with the Discord and like how my brand helps, I guess. You know what? I'll just read it. I would like to do things different in the wrestling community. And even though we're growing, I like that to reflect here in the Discord. So if you have not joined the Discord, please join the Discord if you want to. The Square Circle Podcast is not only a show that reviews wrestling, have interviews, vlogs, and takes you on my wrestling journey where I promise to be much better in 2025. Whatever 2025 may hold, I don't know. But to also analyze the business and sometimes analyze the miserable wrestling community we see on Twitter, which is our main source of consumption. And if you do not like that I said miserable wrestling community, then you might be a part of that little section. Because there are different sections in the wrestling community where people are not miserable and you can have a wonderful conversation with them. I'm no stranger to calling out rude fans who think they know more or want to assert their dominance for strange reasons onto myself and my brand. I've done it before, and I've nicknamed these specific podcast episodes as diss tracks. They're in my back catalog. I call them as diss tracks. And no, I cannot rap. I'll sound like Ethan Page. If you guys don't know, Ethan Page put out a diss track to Trick Williams, and if I ever attempted to make an actual diss rap, I don't know. Like, I can't rap. When I speak about doing things different, I mean being honest, being transparent, and always giving at least a couple of ideas, suggestions on how to improve the product, the segment, the promo, the character work, whatever it calls for, right? That's what I truly believe. Oh, no, I skipped ahead. I'm so sorry. It's about giving back to a fandom and an art called pro wrestling, instead of just taking and taking and taking and taking. That's what I truly believe happened when AEW and Tony Khan took over. We could throw the Elite there for added measure, but Tony Khan's urgency to be liked and his obsession with pleasing others, get your mind out of the gutters, guys, out of the gutter, has led us to this breaking point over the past 5 years. No one is perfect. No company is perfect. I've always believed that. But we can make wrestling a little better than it was yesterday. Anyways, thanks for allowing me to tell you this and everything like that. And I hope to see you in chat, which you guys are currently in chat. There are some other stuff too. So I just wanted to quickly mention that in the newsletter that I wrote, I basically have this idea of, I want to try to include everyone's voice, but I really can't. So my two choices are, one, to have individual interviews to discuss the state of AEW. So it could be focused on various sections to help AEW improve. So it's number one, right? Number two will be a panel of guests to talk about multiple topics on how AEW can improve, including going over things liked and disliked, and including the outside drama from dirt sheets that perpetuate the drama with no backtracking or the no sorries. An example, the smear campaign against CM Punk, we all remember how that went down, and it was harmful to everyone in the business of AEW and CM Punk, regardless of Punk getting the silver lining to be back at WWE. It's accountability not taken by dirt sheets. So the question could be, does a smear campaign like that hurt the brand of the company? And would that turn away fans or get fans invested? And if it does get a fan invested, what does that look like? So we could ask questions like that on the panel to the panel of guests. These are just brainstorming ideas. And again, I do not want this to be a gotcha moment, a bashing of AEW, or anything bad under the sun. I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be a bashing. I want it to be an honest, open conversation with different voices that give a different perspective to different questions that could be asked about the state of AEW and how to improve upon it. And MD, I am so glad you joined the chat and you joined the live stream. Yes, I can read. Yes, I can read, sir. So I just want to put that out there. So if you guys in the chat want to tell me whether or not we should have individual, you guys could tell me in the Discord, but it's a matter of individual interviews with people or a roundtable discussion. Okay, cool. Yo, LC Killer, what's up? Okay, so hold on. I want to read my comments. I want to read my people. What's up? Let's see what's here. Rob says, Tony only has to answer to his father, whom would be the only way of affecting his financial stream, and or has his television distributors in Warner that may have a small interest in the company. Which is true. End of September. I have no idea what that means. Great to see you, Marie. Fight that Good fight. Love the passion and open-minded approach to the topic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, okay. They are absolutely miserable. Yes, there is that small little subsection of fans that are absolutely miserable. I feel like you guys can't really see my face, or maybe you can. Okay. Uh, yeah, which is cool. Trick loved it. I'm just saying that like I would sound like I think that I would be like Ethan Page. Like if I ever try to basically rap. Um, that would be great. Okay, cool. I already addressed MD, but MD, thank you for being here again. You overthink, so when I speak or type, it's like having a deep breath when in post. Okay. Now you're good, Andrew. Don't worry. No worries, Andrew. Yo, Dr. White Chocolate. I was about to call you Dr. Wrestling Community again. Yo, Dr. White Chocolate, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the chat. Jamie, panel will be amazing, but I'm not sure how hard that would be for you to put together. If possible, that would be my first choice. I've been on other people's panels before talking about wrestling, giving opinions, talking about speculation and stuff. It wouldn't be that hard because I do have people in mind. Uh, I do have people in mind about like who I want. By the way, my chat, not my chat. The commenters, they actually threw Disco Inferno's name into the hat, and they also included Joe Feeney into the hat too. And I was like, man, Disco Inferno will be like a very interesting like name to have on the panel. You know, it'll be very interesting. I do watch K100. I do watch Conan's podcast. So I am familiar with like all three of them. And plus, anyway, Conan is a legend in the business. Uh, Disco Inferno is WCW. But I found that, I have this big ass cheesy smile. Oh yes, you did. Jamie did. I didn't remember who did. But see, I shouted you out. I shouted you out in my uh in my newsletter to like my readers and whatnot. I was like, oh, that's that. I don't know. It makes me like cheesy smile because that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. But then again, I like to collaborate with like different voices, different minds, Um, what up, Temple? I actually enjoy AEW, but I think they need more stories. If you don't like AEW, don't watch Simple. No, 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 no. We are not doing that here. We're not doing that. If you don't like AEW, don't watch Simple. Don't. No, no, no. We are here to give constructive criticism because if obviously if you don't like something, don't watch it, don't review it if you're not like gonna make content out of it. But if we all agree that AEW is needed in the wrestling ecosystem, telling fans that have grievances, like legit grievances, that don't like the product, to tell them not to watch does a disservice. It does a disservice. College Wrestling Guy says, I have a theory. I think the AEW ratings are affected by the fans' employment status. What? I think most work in retail or in food service and they have Wednesdays off and work other days. Ratings impacted. That's a very interesting theory. That would be a nice social experiment. That would be a nice social experiment. How do I save that? Can I not just like copy this? that is a okay, hold on. I gotta learn like the shortcuts to like screenshot stuff, but like that is a very, very good that is a very good like social experiment that can happen one day, or even like a retrospect. So I am going to screenshot that because that's making me think right now. That'll be a good panel question too, But I don't know. That'll be a good panel question. Um, if people simply don't watch AEW, then it will eventually go away. Stop telling people to do that if you love AEW. MD, I don't know why you watch it every week against your will, sir. I don't think, I don't think they know how the business works. If they did, they wouldn't be here. AEW and other wrestling shows are like TV shows. Would you continue to watch a series 3 episodes in if you don't like it? I don't think, I think you all would. Okay, so listen. Usually the rule of 3 applies. If you can't vibe after 3 episodes, it's time to move on. Most people can't. Okay, so listen. As much as I say that there is faults in all wrestling, I don't see people reviewing WWE and bashing them when they do shit shows, but when AEW do it, everyone comes together to shit on the product. Because it is off. The product is off. WWE has their like faults and stuff like that, but it's not so obvious. It's not on a big screen. It's not on a big scale for that, So that's why a lot of people flock to AEW, because it is so blatantly obvious that there are stuff that needs to be fixed. And in 5 years, it hasn't been fixed. WWE has fix their faults. Yes, we can pick and choose and, cherry pick the faults, but it's going to be very, very little compared to AEW. So what I'm going to say is that while yes, a regular TV show, if you're not vibing with it, you usually don't, end up watching it. But this is professional wrestling where it's way more unique than a regular television show on HBO or Netflix or something. It's going to stay there. And by the way, when people don't watch a show, it usually gets canceled. But wrestling is continue to go on for so long, for 5 years, that AEW fans want a change. That's the difference. AEW fans want a change for the product. That's why they still watch it. They haven't done a shit show in over a year, and they got called all the time on bad segments and blown spots. Exactly. I don't hate watch. I'm like, yo, this needs to be fixed. Guys, throw me some ideas. How can we fix this? I think that's why if AEW switches on a Tuesday night, the fans are working those days and already told their bosses they wanted Wednesdays off to watch the show. That's the sense I can make of it. To be honest, I believe I saw that a long time ago about how some people do ask for Wednesdays off when they're working so they can watch AEW and stuff. So college guy, I am going to screenshot your follow-up explanation because again, it is very interesting to talk about that and from an employment standpoint of hey, do people really say, can I get this day off? I do know that wrestling fans will ask their boss to get the Wrestle Kingdom off or WrestleMania off, those seasons. So yeah, college guy, I fucking love that you're here, man. I definitely, MD, you do. AEW fans did the same thing to WWE in 2020 and 2021 and kind of 2022. Plus, do y'all think I'm going to pass on the opportunity to watch comedians? MD, stop it. I'm not one to go on Bash Wrestling Company on YouTube. I stopped watching WWE because I didn't like it. Now I watch AEW, but it has become unwatchable at times. See? See, listen, that's all I want is just to get to the heart of being truthful and saying that and saying that it has become unwatchable at times. That's all I want. That, like, I wish that more fans can, like, come to the table and be like, look, man, I watch it, but it is unwatchable because of X, Y, and Z. And I wish that the X, Y, and Z can change. And let's talk about that change, man. I feel like I'm going to tell you guys to vote me for, like, creative president for AEW. Maple Leaf Wrestling, the 2 shows they did this week was better than any Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and any AEW show, hands down. I have yet to see Maple Leaf Wrestling. I can't really, I can't really speak on it. I do want to say that Trevor Lee and Stu Grayson. Both of those guys are amazing to watch do chain wrestling, and I love chain wrestling. Feel free to do so. I like throwing some intellectual talk here and there when I can. Thank you, college guy, because that really, like, I really like it. When does that happen? I don't even know. The only way I see change, and this is probably not going to happen, is if Tony lets go of his head of creative power. Yes, exactly. Yeah, we know. We know Sean. We know Sean. MD, be nice. Be nice, MD. Be nice. Okay. Okay, so as you know, in my Discord, Dr. White Chocolate, you are amazing. I already have screenshots, but thank you for putting that into the Discord. We could get more discussion going. This is why I say that you're the best, man. You're the best. AEW Sue hotshotted. Yes. AEW Sue hotshotted. It is. Too many drop storylines. Oh my God. Listen, if we ever have a discussion about the too many drop storylines, it will be like a 5-hour long AEW pay-per-view conversation. Okay? It will be a 5-hour long pay-per-view. The confusing storyline of MJF and Adam Cole. Definitely, man. That's so confusing. You also hate how you enjoy something one of the wrestlers is doing and then they disappear for 3 months. Yes. Yes. So all of that right there will be like 10 hours. Yes, Sean, we know. We know that Tony Khan has the biggest ego. Oh my God. Cool. I remember when it was just me and you in the chat. Yeah, man. Yeah. I came a very, very, very long way. Anyway, so yeah, the options are to have a panel or to interview individual guests. I believe that having a panel might be the best way to go. But of course, if you guys are in the Discord, you guys can tell me and stuff like that. For what we need. Tony Khan is MD. So if you don't like AEW, why would you go out of your way to waste 3 hours or less of your day to watch a wrestling product? If you don't like it, go watch something else. Again, Tempo, I am going to say this again. Let me clarify something. In 2019, I was a day one AEW fan, and I watched the product through and through. Maybe like 2.5 years in, I took off the rose-colored glasses and realized that this is not what it should have been, right? So I stopped watching. I still don't watch a full episode because you really don't need to watch a full episode to know what is going on. So basically, it's not about me watching something I don't like. It's about me watching something to tell fans that, hey, this needs to be improved. Because I do not say, this sucked, that sucked, let's move on to something else. I don't do that. What I do is, I basically say, guys, let's watch this. Let's talk about it. Let me break down, what's wrong with it. Let me give AEW some ideas. Even if AEW and Tony Khan don't listen to me, I know that the footage is out there. I know that my voice is out there. I know that people can be like yes or no. So it's about like improving AEW. That's what it is. It's improving AEW because I care about wrestling. My background, for anybody that do not know who I am Marie Shadows. I am a former WWE employee, now turned podcaster, now turned interviewer. I do media press for MOW. I've helped set up rings. I've helped, bring fans to their seats on the indies. I do commentary on the indies. Like, I love professional wrestling. Professional wrestling is my life. This is my livelihood. This is my career. This is what I love. And if I can help wrestlers, and if I can help professional wrestling fans just enjoy wrestling a little bit more without the tribalism, without the stupidity, without the toxicity, then I am here and you are here for a reason. And that's what it is. I don't understand why, Temple has to repeat the same things over and over and over again, as if it's hard of hearing to be like, the Square Circle podcast represents the analytical side of the business, represents how to fix professional wrestling if I need to give my voice to how to fix it, and basically review shows, talk about wrestlers, talk about the fandom, make sure that the wrestling community knows that, we shouldn't have a label on ourselves because it's not everybody. There are people that want wrestling to succeed. There are people that, love this. I love this. And I remember you, and basically I remember you, Temple Play. I do remember you. And most of the times it's like, oh, if you don't like it, don't watch. If you don't like it, don't watch. I could say the same thing to you about, coming into my live stream and coming into my chat, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually having a conversation with you because I welcome, anybody that comes into my chat to ask me those kind of questions, to basically try to troll me when I'm like, bro, you can't fucking troll me. I'm from New York City. Like, you can't fucking do that shit. So I am here to talk to everybody in my chat and to let them know what's up. Whether you have a good take, a bad take, an ugly take, if it's straight up rude, you're out of here. Well, rude as in you cross the line and you curse somebody out and, you're bashing somebody for the sake of bashing somebody, but not contributing to the conversation. So you're out. But I want to give people a voice, a chance to chat with me because not every content creator does that. Most content creators won't even look at their chat, Most content creators would be like, oh my God, he's talking mean, he's talking bad, or that person, said something I don't like, kick them out. No. We're here to have a conversation. We're here to basically, want to make wrestling better because we created this. We should help improve it. There should be accountability for everything. And this is why conversations like this is needed. And by the way, I do want to shout out Denisha. Denisha, I love you. I really, really do. I love the hard work that you do, but whatever you do, do not time out Temple yet. Because I want to see if he hears me and he understands my message. And I usually don't like kicking people out and whatnot, but at the same time, it's there's a whole thing. There's a whole thing of what I do about my show. I'm not like every other content creator out there. I'm a different type of content creator that wants to have conversation with the chat, that wants to have conversation with people that say, if you don't like AEW, don't watch it, because then we could get to the actual problem of not only how you feel about it, but also the problem of AEW and what that represents. And I totally forgot where I was going with this. This is that tribalism that I was talking about. And this is the gatekeeping that I was talking about online as well when I get the chance to talk about it. It's about why would somebody waste their time to try to tell somebody, if you don't like something, don't watch it. But You don't even support all of my live streams or all of my past videos to truly know what I'm about. But you want to come in and think that I'm like every other content creator out there that bashes the show and I have to watch it because I'm, under contract or getting money and whatnot. But like, I'm not. I do this because I love it. I do it because I want to make sure that AEW improves. I do it because I want to make sure that wrestling fans like Temple Play know that they are welcome into the community. We are welcome to, disagree with each other, right? But it makes no sense to waste your time if you think that I'm wasting my time by talking about AEW when I don't even bash them. And if you don't know my previous work, to come in there to say that shit, it's basically like wasting your own time, Yo, Sean, thank you for being here from all the way from Hawaii, man. I appreciate you for that. Like, thank you. To be honest, it's hard to keep up with wrestling YouTube. Well, wrestling YouTube, yeah, it is. Listen, just if you can't keep up with all the wrestling YouTube stuff, just stick to the ones that and then branch out slowly when like somebody else doesn't basically create content. I love that, Jamie. Disagreement creates new ideas. I love that. I love that. Having legitimate criticism isn't bashing. Exactly. So I hope that Temple Plays hears that, because in the past, Temple Plays would just be like, yo, why are you watching this if you don't like it? Why are you blah, 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 blah? Like, bro. Okay. Let me go back up and read the comments. Disconnect creates content. That's true too. When you think of AEW's original purpose, it was to show why Tony was a better boss than Vince. He copies other successful promoters but failed at all of them. Now WWE is successful. Tony's directionless. Point. Yes. Because I watch wrestling with a community of people. It's always cool to watch wrestling with a group of people who like wrestling. MD is right on the button. TKO owns WWE as well as UFC, and TKO today just said that they barred out bull riding. So TKO is going to have WWE, UFC, and bull riding, which is amazing. Definitely 100. Okay, only time I watch anything is with the group. Yeah, sometimes watching watching it solo is sort of like, it's okay. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Yeah, Temple definitely wants to be the bigger person so bad. Wrestling isn't just like other TV shows. Wrestling has a very ingrained history in its fandom that sometimes goes back generationally, unless we're talking Gunsmoke or The Simpsons. That is very rare. Yes. The snowflake, the snowflake wrestling creators. We know who they are. Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, what up, Javi? Thank you for joining the chat, joining the stream. Screw Solo, my guy is Jacob Fatu on SmackDown, and Raw, my guy is Bronson Reed. Those are very, 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 very good picks. By the way, I did interview Jacob Fatu twice before he went to WWE, which is in my back catalog. And even then, it's 20 years. Some of us grew up watching the career of Dusty Rhodes, etc., and have followed wrestling as far back as our grandparents. That's a lot of your life experiences intertwined. Yep. Okay, cool. All right. I've only been on wrestling YouTube for legit a year now. Most content creators are booty juice. Yeah, I can say that. Yeah. Yo, Lucy, what's up? Thank you for joining the chat and the stream. Tony Khan is a cosplayer. He doesn't have a genuine bone in his body. Yeah. I gave out the weakest to agree with that, but I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Rodeos are fun, but they stink. Tony Khan is on play easy mode on wrestling. Oh God. That's great. Every single week, I'm about to stop watching AEW for real. Everyone says that. You could replace AEW with WWE, and everyone says that, man. Yo, Ray Clark, thank you for joining us right here on the Square Circle Podcast on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. While Tony was a wrestling fan at heart and in an amazing position to do what he did, he cared enough to follow through. But wrestling business is a very multi-layered, political, changing landscape. Correct. Circling back to AEW and New Japan, I wish AEW had a dojo system like New Japan, where the tough training sessions, it would help weed out the guys who are not serious and want to fool around. Correct. Yes. Rodeos have great chicks. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I know people like Tony Khan from his hometown. They're not great people. What? That is a statement, MD. Like that's a statement, man. All right. So, okay. To recap, ladies and gentlemen, I have a Discord. If you guys don't know about it, right? I am going to send you guys the link to the Discord. There's the link to the Discord, right? And if you guys want to follow my newsletter as well, you guys can do that too. So the link to the Discord and the link to the newsletter is there. You can give me your ideas, suggestions about how to proceed with this, because I would love to have a very awesome conversation about the state of AEW with other people on the roundtable, like an actual conversation about what can be done better. The questions I went through, the stuff that I put on Discord and stuff like that, because I really want our voices to be heard. Again, whether or not AEW Tony Khan, listens to it, but it's about time. It's 5 years. By the way, we cannot be using the 5-year thing as a crutch for AEW when we're like, yo, this has to change, but somebody is like, oh my God, they've been around for 5 years. Give them a break. No, Tony Khan has all the funds in the world, and it feels like money grows on trees. Why is he not investing in his talent? Why is he not investing in getting a training facility? Why is he not investing in actually good story writers that have really good accomplishments and not just awards? Why is he hiring his friends? Why is he hiring fans and influencers on the internet that don't have the credentials to perform correctly in the wrestling business? Meaning, like, working shows, paying their dues, even though I'm like 50-50 on like that kind of rhetoric. But like, why are you hiring people that are not fit for the job? So it's those type of conversations, right? And it's also those type of talking points that, like, again, we have to stop using that AEW is 5 years old. Who gives a shit? They are further along than most companies. Most companies don't last like 5 years, So it's like, you got to stop using that as a crutch. You can't use that. Tony Khan has all the money in the world and whatnot, and hasn't truly invested in making AEW better than anything else. And the true alternative to WWE, which is not deathmatch wrestling. I love you guys. I love you guys in the chat. Few months ago in a wrestling forum, I asked what's the background of AEW stories, for example, with the Bryan versus Ospreay match, and they answered me with, well, the story is who's a better wrestler. Yeah, you can't do that either. Like, I'm tired of that. The main storyline, what's the word I'm looking for? Tropes? Yeah. The main storyline tropes are the who's better than who, and are you my friend or not my friend? Are you with me or against me? Or I'm the CEO. I run everything, but hasn't truly been the CEO. Hasn't like fully come into character of what the CEO means. A lot of the hot shotting plays right into so many of the talent having hands on their booking, which I don't like. I don't like that. And or so much say, which while sounds great on paper, leads to a lot of combustible situations. Yes, not everything is good to execute from the paper. MD, stop that. Dude, if I want to be, if I want to be who is better than other, I go watch MMA or boxing. Exactly. MMA and boxing is for those stories. You can't rely on those stories for wrestling like that. Exactly, right? This dude can't win despite having all the cheat codes. That's true. Yo, good point, man. Good point. That dude can't win despite having all the cheat codes. Oh my God. I feel like I should screenshot that. I know you're gonna do it for me, but I'm gonna screenshot it for my own thing because I love it, man. That should be like on a t-shirt. That should be merch. You know, like he has all the cheat codes, but he can't win. Fucking love it. I fucking love it, man. He has the money cheat, he has the talent cheat, he has a television cheat, and then he still can't win. Like, what is that? What is that? Saying crap in a crappy promotion by a crappy promoter. Listen, it's too fantasy booking. We could say that. Yeah, we definitely know about that. He doesn't want a training facility because it would be one more thing he has to manage, and it's not fun stuff. I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to manage a training facility. He could put like Goldust to do it. He could put QT Marshall to do it, even though he's at the Nightmare Factory. But like Jerry Lynn could do it. You know, it doesn't have to be him. Before you know it, it's about to be 8 years since AEW started. Yeah, man. 5 years motto doesn't play when most staggering issues that every promotion and or promoter in the history of wrestling has no effect on Tony and AEW. They have money, period. That's all it is. It's money. I bet Tony Khan got a phony. What? Got a pony. Oh my God, I said phony. Got a pony from his dad for his birthday. Sir, I don't know, man. We've only had 12 years. Be nice. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Right? CE, no. Yeah, we definitely know. Championship titles are more of a prop nowadays instead of prestige historic moments anymore. And that is exactly what's happening in AEW, those championship titles. Also, I'm so tired of seeing local jobbers on the shows, but he already has a bloated roster. Make it make sense? Yeah. Oh, I have no idea what Rob said. Sorry for my grammar writing on a tablet. Oh, no, you're good. You're good, Javi. No problem. I would like to see how Tony would have tried a business conversation with all the top people in TKO and see how that all ends. Nah, man. No. I believe Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes and the AEW wrestling took advantage of his family and his money. Probably not Cody, but the other ones and everyone else probably did. Okay, so again, recap. I honestly want to do this with everyone involved. Just give me the grace of like planning this out over the next couple of days to see how I want it to go and like how it's going to work. But I do want to do this. This is something that I really, really, really want to do. The conversation that we're currently having right now is fantastic, and I fucking love it. So I am hyped. I think we should do this because, you know, I want to help. Now, the second part of this live stream is it's us going to be reacting to the AEW Dynamite segments. And I cannot show you the segment because then Don Stevens will come after me. Do I want Don Stevens to come after me? No, but at the same time, it is under fair use But does AEW understand that? No. Does TBS understand that? No. Does Don Stevens understand that? No, because they have to do a job. Does Warner Brothers Discovery understand that? No. Under the Fair Use Act, if I am transforming the video into educational purposes by pausing it, stopping, commenting on it, I'm making a brand new kind of content with it. That is what fair use is. So I will not be showing the footage. We're gonna have to hear the stuff. So what I'm going to do is go over the Cal Fletcher segment. I'm gonna go over the Cal Fletcher segment. By the way, can anybody in chat confirm to me that Ospreay has not been on AEW Dynamite for the past 2 weeks? Can somebody confirm that for me? Because I feel like he hasn't been on AEW Dynamite for the past 2 weeks. So we'll watch the Cal Fletcher. We will watch the John Moxley stuff. And I think, and also talk a little bit about the Young Bucks and Private Party and that stupid stipulation that they put. Fucking stupid. He hasn't been on since he lost the belt. Okay, so yeah, okay, I was right. Eventually AEW is going to shut down. I don't know about that, man. By the way, don't fucking clip that. Don't take it out of context. I am reading chat. I don't know, dude. I mean, they've been going strong. So I don't know. We'll see. AEW did a great thing a few weeks ago. Deactivate the FTW title. Yeah. Cody Rhodes did take advantage of Tony Khan. Cody held up. Oh, didn't. I'm going to read it again. Cody Rhodes didn't take advantage of Tony Khan. Cody held up his end of the bargain. However, the Young Bucks and Kenny are definitely taking advantage of Tony Khan. We could definitely see that. What? OC Killer. What the hell? You're making stuffed peppers? I just want to put it out there. I don't make stuffed peppers in my house. Peppers, I have to have peppers in a stew. So beef stew, chicken stew, peppers could go with a whole chicken if I'm baking it. I just can't do stuffed peppers like that. Don abuses the YouTube copyright system all the time. Almost kills Stevie Richards on YouTube. And that is why you put it behind a paywall, unfortunately. Yes, we do know that she is the worst. Oh, and by the way, when I watched the Kyle Fletcher segment, I was thinking on Callum Newman too. It's your turn, Callum. He hasn't been on. Okay, I said that. Okay, so Wrestle Dream. Yeah, man, Private Party. Shut down because of ratings, empty seats at live shows, and most of all, the budget being lost because how much it costs to afford on setting up shows that nobody wants to see live or on TV. So, yeah, I'll take a smash burger, bro. I will take a smash burger. I would love that. But Sean, back to your comment. I totally get that. But Warner Brothers Discovery gave them the deal and they're still on. But I totally get that. I see that. Okay, so it has been an hour and 38 minutes, right? We have not taken a break yet. So what we're going to do is that we are going to take a break. I need to stretch my legs. I need to get brand new, fresh, cold water. Maybe have a snack if I have a snack around, which I really don't have too many snacks. But we are going to take a mini little break. When we come back, we're going straight into the AEW segments and do a summary, and we're going to be good. But I do love you guys. If you have not hit that like button, make sure to hit that like button for me, please, because it will definitely help out. For the time being, let me switch out the picture before I do anything. Please do not fuck up, OBS. OBS, don't fuck up. Okay. Because I was about to say, Listen, OBS, I don't know what's up with you. I like this picture that I transformed. But this picture is mad big. So it's gonna take me a while before I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go take that okay. Okay, I'm back. Um, so, but my camera is not back. So I don't have any snacks. um, this whole entire month of October, I've been saying that I wanted to basically make granola bars, and I have yet to make granola bars. So on the 31st, I'll have snacks. So if anybody wants to, you guys can like treat me by going to the link if you guys want to. The 31st, I would have snacks maybe. I'm not like I if I'm in the mood for what do you call it, like chocolate and stuff like that and candy, then like I have to be in the mood. But I'm not like eating candy like 24/7, but hopefully maybe. Or you know what? November 1st is when like all the candy goes on like half off and stuff. Um so now we're talking about Disney. Are we trying to say that Disney is gonna buy WWE? Is that what we're doing? Excuse me? Warner Brothers sold Looney Tunes to Disney? What? No. No. Why? I'm trying to like get caught up with chat. Like, excuse me, what do you guys mean that Warner Brothers sold off Looney Tunes? Why does Karen Jarrett look so much taller than everyone else in the photo? It's called heels. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to catch up with everybody, but excuse me, what? November 7th will be your birthday. Happy early birthday, and then if I remember, like remind me. But man, that's not cool. Okay. Nah, it's called Them Do Short. Oh my God, MD. Listen, I like the picture that I created, and this is gonna be the picture that we use for when I go live talking about the state of AEW address. Okay, um, like that's the picture I'm gonna use. By the way, when you really look at it, it looks like a sad state of the extra wrestlers that end up going to a promotion to be used for something like that, um it's one of those things of like, why would you have all the AEW wrestlers stand out there like that? Why would you do that? um Disney owns Looney Tunes now. Oh my God, man, I don't like that. I do not like that news that Disney likes Looney Tunes. I mean, owns Looney Tunes. Like, where was I with this? Like, come on. Um. All right. So, like I said, that is the banner that we're gonna use for the state of All Elite Wrestling when we get there and talk about it. Um. Now let me switch it to honestly, I have no idea what comes first in a way. Let me grab this. What is it? No, connect to my headphones. What do you? No. Connect to my headphones. Don't connect to that. Okay. Jeez. It's going to be connecting to the wrong thing. Okay. Let me see what is first to talk about. Because they should have like the opening video package, right? Because that's what happened. We want to present to you our vision. Oh, that doc. Oh, see, this is why I hate this. Like, it doesn't go to my headphones. So that way you guys can hear it. Right? I got to make sure that you guys hear it too. Oh, what? Okay, so we have the Kyle Fletcher thing that we could start with. I think we should start with that because that's the first thing here. And then the ending. Do they not have... Oh. Hangman Adam Page got to learn to stop yelling. Yelling does not really make you a good bad guy, by the way. All right, so you know what we're going to do?
The new Bearskin Hoodie 4.0 claims to be the most advanced, waterproof
Okay. Oh my God, why is it so dark? Wow. It is so dark. All right, chat. What is happening in chat? A bearskin hoodie. Yeah. I don't know where they're getting the news from. I can't find that Disney news anywhere. Maybe it'll come out soon or maybe not. We'll see. I like the banner. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. The egg came before the chicken part 3. Before TKO, Disney was in a bidding war to buy WWE. Yeah, but TKO closed the deal. I don't even know if Disney would ever want to buy WWE. I mean, they could talk about it, but I don't even know if, like, I don't know, man. If they could have. Imagine if Disney owned WWE. Nah, man, we're not. Mickey Mouse versus Donald Duck in a hardcore match. Start with Fletcher. Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I want to start with it. Jake the Snake would explain that to Hangman if he took advice from veterans. Yeah, true. Roadrunner and a coyote in a street fight match. Daisy Duck versus Minnie Mouse in a what? In a Divas match? Oh my God. We're fantasy booking Disney stuff. This is hilarious. Okay, so I am changing the image, right, to showcase Kyle Fletcher because this is what we're talking about, which is double the picture. Look at that, guys. It's double the picture. Anyway, we are going to be playing this. By the way, I'm going to try my very, very, very best to talk about it because I can't show the footage. So on the VOD, when you guys are watching this after the fact, I will try my very, very, very best to describe what is happening in the video. So right now, I have it paused. And the arena is so dark that from my side, the left-hand side of AEW, right? So this side right here. So, okay, you know what? I'll do it like northeast, southwest, right? So what I'm looking at is the north side where it is the 2 tunnels and the stage. It's completely black. On the east side, you have a little section, a little strip that has light and you can see a handful of fans, but the rest of the section is black. On the south side, It's black. On the west side, it is the same thing as the east side. A little strip of fans that you can see, but the rest is black. And it's like, why? Where is the lighting? Why? See, that's why I wanted to check it out, because everyone was saying that the promo was longer than what it needed to be. And you freaking, man, MD, I love you, dude. Now I cannot unsee the two comparisons that you made about Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay, sir. But you know, I had that in the back of my mind that like Kyle Fletcher like looks like, you know, looks like Aaron Carter for a bit, you know, looks like other people for a bit. Like, I can't unsee that, sir. Instead, he's just another head-shaved dude like Garcia and all the rest. Yeah, sooner or later, we can't tell them apart. Why does he look like a Miz wannabe? Really? Now he's generic. He could have had a character with the hair. Maybe he should have shaved it clean and grow a goatee. Listen. Nick Carter, bruv. Oh my god, here we go. All right, guys, we're gonna listen to it. By the way, I didn't think about his damn song. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. We got to skip ahead. Because if I don't, I'm going to get hit with a fucking copyright strike because of his song. By the way, as he comes out with this song, like, he does look like a goofball. I will say that. Like, I don't know who's giving him direction or who's guiding him, but it's like, bro, it's not hitting. It really isn't. And he is called the Protostar. What does that mean? What does that mean as a wrestler? And by the way, they do have these two plants. I'm gonna call them plants, but it's a guy and a girl, and they're holding up a sign that says "Boo," and it is a very good drawing of Don Callis. And I'm like, yeah, you guys are plants. Okay, he gets into the ring. I don't know when his music starts. Well, shuts off. Okay, here we go.
You think about what he did to Kenny Omega, what he did to Will Ospreay, and now he's got his hooks into Kyle Fletcher.
Oh, he doesn't think twice. He'll get rid of you.
Kyle Fletcher! Kyle!
By the way, I will say here on this live stream, and that is baked in, piped in booze. Piped in booze, man. Because the fans don't match the sound. And if the fans are not matching the sound that you hear, they are piped in booze.
Kyle Fletcher has something important to say. Well, the crowd here in Salt Lake City barely letting Don Callis get the word in.
Yeah, this is wild.
You people can boo me all you want. The only person I am here to talk to
Jamie, bro, thank you so much. Dude, yo, thank you. I will be sending you a message. I'm guessing it's you that decided to become a paid member of the Square Circle Podcast Hub. Like, I'm guessing it is. Like, dude, you did not have to, but that is amazing. Yeah, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, see, guys, I'm telling you, like, I appreciate every single one of you guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys that I really don't ask. Like, I only ask for, like, if you guys could buy me food since I'm streaming and I don't have, like, a snack to go to. But, like, bro, Jamie, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, dude. Like, man, about to get me all fucking emotional, and I have to probably tell you why this promo is all wrong. Oh God. Yo, Jamie, thank you so much. Thank you. And of course, if you don't like to be singled out like that, like I'm sorry too, but I was not expecting that. I was about to like tweet out again that I'm still live to get more people on, and then I saw the update, dude. Like, yo, thank you so much. I totally appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate you, appreciate everyone being here, appreciate that we're having a wonderful conversation about this. Thank you. But yes, MD is right that I'm about to get all emotional on stream because, like, again, I'm not forcing anybody to be here. I'm not forcing anybody to send me any money. I'm not like every 5 seconds, like, yo, send me this, send me this, send me that. It's more like, hey, cool, you like my content? Awesome, give it a like, share it out. You want to sign up to the newsletter? Go ahead, go do that. But thank you. You know what? If anybody else wants to tell Twitter that I'm live, go ahead. Or want to get more people in here, go ahead. Let's watch Kyle Fletcher. But Jamie, I cannot thank you enough.
The only person I am here to talk to is Will Ospreay.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about Will Ospreay. What do you want to talk about?
It's been 11 days, Will, since I cost you your international championship.
Okay.
It has been 11 days that you have been laid up in a hospital bed with numbness tingling down your arms and your legs because of that herniated disc you don't tell anyone about.
Jesus, he looks so dead in the eyes. He looks so dead in the eyes, and like it just sounds like, oh my God, I'm so emo. You don't tell nobody about the disc in your back. Like, oh my God, am I doing it right? Like, you know, I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Thank you, Jamie. I totally appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. But it really does come off like that from Kyle. And like, you know, we know about Ospreay's injuries. We know about it. There was one injury back in New Japan Pro Wrestling when Shingo put him through the table, and he was scared that he had to give up wrestling because it fucked up the nerves in his shoulder, like that one, right? So basically, you know, we know about that one. We know that he probably still has herniated discs, but like, you know, is he going to tell anybody? No. But the way that Ospreay, you know, does things, we could probably like infer that he has herniated disc. When do you do super chats? When we finally reach 3,000 hours, ladies and gentlemen, we will be able to do super chats. Currently, right now, we are at 1,976 of watch time hours out of 3,000 watch time hours. We are growing every single day. So hopefully by the end of the year, we will be able to implement super chats. But of course, you know, it's not, like I said, it's not a me thing. It's not an I thing. It is a we thing. And it's basically all of us together trying to make that happen. So super chats, hopefully at the end of the year. Yes, he's monotone. There we go. He's monotone. Kyle Fletcher just got a bunch of sticker tattoos. He couldn't just get a sleeve. I question his tattoo choice, but that's on him. Everyone is completely different, so yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
And that whole time, just like these people, you have been wondering why, Kyle, why?
Okay, first of all, the piped in boos are so annoying because I know that it's not like, you know, it's like, what? The piped in boos are sort of a little annoying. And maybe we have been wondering, like, why, Kyle, why? But I honestly believe that if they would have stretched it out for like another week, maybe another week, where like, let's say that somebody, it's not somebody, but let's just say that like Renee comes in to try to interview Kyle, and Kyle is like, I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to talk to nobody. Like, you guys can keep questioning why, or Kyle Fletcher could tell Renee of like, don't you have other people to bother? Like, I'm the protostar. Like, I don't need your questioning. I don't owe them anything, or whatever the case may be. Like, that would be better. Then we could be like, yo, why Kyle? Why?
And oh boy, does that make me happy. What these idiots don't realize is that they are just as much to blame for this as you are.
Oh my God, the piped in noise. It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. Okay, cool. Australians on the mic generally make me upset. Like, why do you sound like that? That's how he sounds. Oh, you don't like needles? Okay. I never wondered why. Rhea Ripley is an exception, but still. He probably mad because he's looking at empty space. He wishes he was Dominic Mysterio. Listen, that's a comment for Tony Khan, man. That's a comment for him. Tony Khan doesn't know how to take his time. He always MD. Listen, as much as I curse up a storm, and I was telling you guys not to have your mind in the gutter, I can't say that. Fucking MD, man. I haven't been wondering. It happened so quickly I couldn't get invested. Exactly. MD. Yo. I cannot read out any of this shit, man. Listen, if we were on the other site, the R site, then yes, I could read out all of your comments, but I can't read them out, sir. As much as like I would say it in real life, like I would say that kind of stuff because sometimes I don't have a filter, but this is live streaming. Oh my God, MD. Listen, when we get to the debate of talking about AEW, like I gotta set some ground rules. Anyway, let's go.
See, when I got to AEW, they said I was the next big thing. They said that I had the brightest future in professional wrestling.
Okay, them chanting Ospreay, I actually believe that. I actually do. I actually believe that. I actually believe the chants.
And then you got here, Will. And instead of being the next big thing, they started calling me the next Will Ospreay.
No, we did not. No, we didn't. What happened was that when Ospreay arrived, nobody said that you'll be the next Will Ospreay. You acted like Will Ospreay. Like, we could not tell you guys apart in a way, even though we could. But generally speaking, we could not tell you guys apart because you guys didn't sell. You guys kept doing the flips. You guys kept doing the same shit. And it's like, well, who's who? So we were like, bro, stop being like Ospreay in the term of wrestling, in the terms of flips. Nobody was like, oh, you're going to be the next Ospreay. No. We say that about Callum Newman. Callum Newman, like, directly does what Ospreay does. And we're like, bro, stop using him as a mentor and get your own identity. Kyle Fletcher has an identity. It's just that if you stop doing the same flippy moves, you will not be compared to Ospreay. That's what it was. You were compared to Ospreay. No one said you're going to be the next Ospreay, dude. Because let's think about it. Aussie Open is fucking fantastic. No one said anything about, oh, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher are going to be the next Will Ospreay. No, Aussie Open was something different. Kyle Fletcher is a different individual, but this is the wrong kind of path to go down.
They said I looked like you. They said I wrestled like you. These inbred Americans even said I sounded like you.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that we told you that you sounded like Ospreay? No, you don't sound like Ospreay. I could tell the difference. Ospreay has like that European accent where it's like you don't understand what he's talking about. Like he's talking that he has like marbles in his mouth. Like he's trying to juggle stuff in his mouth that makes him sound like he's tripping over his words, especially when he gets angry. That accent is very, very like prominent. You don't have that. Australians sound completely different from Europeans, especially Europeans of where Ospreay and like Gabriel Kidd grew up. Their accents are like more. My brain wanted to say that their accents are more bruv-like. Like they're more like bruv-like. They're more like they got that bass in their voice a little bit. But nobody said that, Kyle. And you dress like Ospreay because both of you guys were in the United Empire. So, like, deal with it. That's fine. But no one said that you talk like Ospreay, you sound like Ospreay. Like, you guys have different accents. If that chick wrote that line for you, can you guys, like, call me up? Because I have a creative writing degree and I have a publishing certificate. So, like, I could write better lines. Like, call me up. My email is squaredcirclepodcast@outlook.com. You guys can find me on Twitter @Marie_shadows. Like, hit me up. I could write better dialogue for Kyle than who they got back there. Because that's simply not true.
And I took every one of those comparisons as an insult. Because in reality, I am bigger than you, I am stronger than you, I am faster than you, I am better than you in every single way.
Bullshit. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is, you want to know why this is bullshit, ladies and gentlemen? It's because of Kyle Fletcher is known mainly as a tag team specialist with his tag team partner, Mark Davis. As far as I know, he hasn't really done too many singles matches until he got to AEW because Mark Davis is still out recovering and I'm not sure when Mark Davis is going to come back. So you cannot say that you are better than Ospreay in every sense of the measurements that he put out there. He is not. You cannot do the comparison because they're totally two different guys. By the way, Ospreay actually put on muscle. He actually put on pounds to make it into the heavyweight division. And Kyle also did the same thing too. So who's copying who in the first place? Like, you can't use that. And why are you upset? Why? Why are you upset?
Making a hell of a case for himself here.
Whoever's on commentary, no, they're not. No. MD, I was about to be like, who the hell is this other Mark Davis? And thank you for telling me that it's a football team, man. That he owns a football team. Ladies and gentlemen, just to put it out there, I don't know anything about any other sports. So, if I ask stupid questions, it's because of that. Oh, Excalibur? Yeah. Yo, AC, what's up? Thank you for joining the chat and the stream. Justice for Hook. He owns the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh. Of course he's better. Fletcher is a former IWGP champion, right? You know what? I think this is the first time that I'm learning that the Raiders are from Las Vegas, because I had no idea like what state the Raiders represented. So thank you for letting me know.
And maybe there was a time that I would have liked those comparisons. Back in 2021, when I joined the United Empire, you were the kingpin. You were the assassin. You had a killer instinct.
No. What are they chanting?
This man right here has bought me all the TV time I want to get whatever I want off my chest, so you will listen to me!
Okay, thank you for letting me know that they were chanting "Wrap It Up," which is crazy, but they know it's bullshit. I know it's bullshit. And by the way, why oh my God. They were also in LA for a while, won a championship there.
You want to know why I left New Japan and came to AEW, Will?
Oh, hold on. I got to get ready for this because, man, if you guys don't know, I do not like the way that Kyle Fletcher just decided to leave New Japan Pro Wrestling. And by the way, we know that Aussie Open was working on a handshake agreement. And even Ospreay has said at one point that, he tried his best to have New Japan Pro Wrestling to sign Aussie Open and make sure that they have a guaranteed contract in New Japan Pro Wrestling, because most of the time they were working on the handshake deal. They came in for the tours. So we know about that little piece of information. By the way, what I didn't like was how it happened, because nobody knew. Nobody knew that he jumped ship like that. And I know that for a fact. That basically nobody in the circle knew. So I have this sort of like a little bit of a dislike, because it was very bad on how he jumped and how he just signed the AEW contract, and also for Mark Davis's future, because Tony Khan did take care of the medical bills for Mark Davis. So I have to prepare myself to hear this explanation, because I'm probably going to tell it that it's wrong, it's stupid, and whoever wrote the line does not understand professional wrestling. Okay. Are we ready? Because I don't think I am. But let's hear this bullshit excuse.
Let's talk about what happened between you and Okada. He brought you into New Japan when you were young and full of potential. He became your mentor. He became your brother. And what did you do? You stabbed him in the back.
First of all, what the fuck does that have to do with anything between your friendship and his friendship, and why you jumped to AEW? Because you, wait. Hold on. Are we going to go with the idea that throughout the United Empire, that you felt that Ospreay was going to stab you in the back, so you decided to jump ship? Because you saw how Ospreay backstab Okada, the one person that brought him in, but it wasn't like who's my brother's keeper kind of thing, because everybody betrayed Okada. Gato betrayed Okada. Like, everybody betrayed Okada. Okada is not new to getting betrayed by the people that he either brought in or fought or whatever the fuck. Like, oh my God, please do not tell me that, like, his reason is gonna be that he left the United Empire, he left New Japan Pro Wrestling because he felt like Ospreay was eventually going to backstab him. Ospreay doesn't really backstab people. Ospreay doesn't really do that shit. And how can you say that he backstabbed Okada when Okada is not the caretaker of Ospreay and Ospreay's career? Who wrote this? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. But, like, please do not tell me that that's the path we're going to go.
What happened between you and Kenny Omega?
What happened between them? It was a bunch of two people talking shit to each other.
He left New Japan and you stepped up as the biggest foreigner in the company. But instead of being praised for that, they said you will never fill Kenny's shoes.
No. That was a stupid way to build the storyline. Nobody, like, okay, ever since Kenny Omega left New Japan Pro Wrestling, there was no rumblings about having Ospreay fill Omega's shoes. But they had to. But they had to do that in order to build the story. Again, Okada, Kenny are not the keepers of Ospreay. For Ospreay to apparently backstab people. Oh my God. This is fucking stupid. This is why we say we need to have a state of the AEW address conversation, because, like, the writing is fucking stupid. If you do not know the history and the behind the scenes, not kayfabe, interworkings of professional wrestling, you should not be a writer. This history does not make sense. You are pulling at straws and at strings to try and make this work, to try to make Ospreay be the bad guy because he stabs people in the back, because he stabs his friends in the back. And now I know I have been critical of Will Ospreay when it comes to his wrestling and his selling, but I will not be sitting here to say that he stabs people in the back. That is not his character. The Kingpin in New Japan Pro Wrestling was not about backstabbing people in the back. If that was the case, he would have joined Bullet Club. Look at how many people Will Ospreay, oh no, I'm sorry. You know what? Fuck it. Look how many people Will Ospreay has uplifted in New Japan Pro Wrestling by making the United Empire. He has uplifted Kyle Fletcher in order for him to have this time on AEW to talk shit because somebody doesn't know the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Bullet Club backstabs people in the back. Bullet Club has been kicking out members and rotating members ever since Prince Devitt went over to WWE. It has been on a rotation of different leaders. It has been on a rotation of different people. And you want to try and put the blame on Will Ospreay because he stabbed you in the back, when it does not match up to you trying to pull in New Japan storylines. And by the way, I am not upset at Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher is doing a job. But the person who wrote this part for Kyle Fletcher is bad. Again, I have a creative writing degree. I know the history of the New Japan wrestlers that are in AEW. I know what happened in the United Empire. I know what happened in Bullet Club. I know Jay White's career. I know Ospreay's career. But this is fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. So, you know how we fix this? We fix this by saying that whoever wrote it bad. If you want to, but you know what? It's too late because he already said this. He already made the promo, and nobody's going to go back and watch the history on New Japan World. New Japan does a lot for AEW, and New Japan is not getting the respect and the flowers and the high fives that New Japan Pro Wrestling should be getting, because it's really unfair that, like, you have writers in the writers' room to write this for Kyle Fletcher, and again, it's not Kyle Fletcher's fault, but you have this written, he says it. And you know what? Shame on him as well, because like he should know the history. He should know what makes sense, what doesn't make sense, because he's been Will Ospreay's friend for so many years. But for some reason, he didn't want to tell the writers, yo, this is not how the history went. I think that Kyle Fletcher should have basically went from the heart for why he turned his back on Will Ospreay and not say this fucking bullshit. I love New Japan so much. I love these guys so much. Kyle Fletcher is definitely a star. Mark Davis is definitely a star. Ospreay is a star when you start selling, sir. But regardless of that, Ospreay is a star. Why are you doing this? Why are you writing this stuff like this? This is not how the history goes down. It does not matter if Okada got backstabbed by Ospreay. Okada was never Ospreay's keeper. And Ospreay has no obligation to be like, yes, master. I will do as you say, master. Yes, they cannot hurt you. We are best friends. I owe you my life, master. Like, you know, that kind of concept between Ospreay and Okada. And by the way, oh my God. And by the way, if we're going to go with that, right, guys? If we're going to go with that, Kyle Fletcher said that Ospreay backstabbed Okada, his friend, the one that got him into New Japan Pro Wrestling. Well, why didn't we have Okada versus Ospreay right off the bat? Or did we have that? But regardless, like, if Okada felt so wronged by Ospreay, how come we don't have that feud right now? Why is Kyle Fletcher bringing it up as like, oh my God, you stabbed Ospreay in the back. I mean, you stabbed Okada in the back. Oh my God. Okay. Just a little bit more. A little bit more.
So what did you do? You used the exact same screwdriver that I did to stab him in the head and drop him on his neck with a tiger driver.
What does that have to do with anything? Please, guys, please send me some help. Send me some help, guys.
Are you starting to notice a pattern yet, Will?
What pattern?
The reason I left was because I saw the writing on the walls.
Oh,
I
here we
knew what I
go.
had to do to get out of your shadow,
Here we
because
go.
that's the lesson that you taught me.
What? Oh my God. What? Guys, please send help.
And that's when Don helped me realize something. That you never wanted me to achieve my full potential.
What? What? Listen, I understand Don Callis, right? I understand Don Callis is a heel. I understand that Don Callis is basically a manipulator. I understand that. Ospreay is the good guy here. Ospreay wants the best for every person that he has ever worked for. I know this for a fact. A legitimate fact. So, who wrote this?
You never wanted me to surpass you because that's the kind of person that Will Ospreay is.
Are you fucking serious? Seriously? You couldn't have come up with a better manipulation line of like, oh my God, okay. Let's fucking think about this for a second. Of all the fucking like history that I know, right? What would be a reason? What would be a reason why Ospreay would not want his best buddy in the fucking world not to succeed? I'm really trying to figure... Fuck, freeze it, man. You want to know why this fucking bothers me? It's because it's very untrue to the history of everyone involved, of all the names that he dropped. Ospreay was the one that got Aussie Open into New Japan Pro Wrestling. Ospreay was the one that went to bat for Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis to get a full-time fucking contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling. But no! In the same breath, Ospreay doesn't want to see him succeed. My God, I swear. This is why AEW is failing, because while they tell fans to go Google the history, that fans should come in knowing the history, and someone like me that knows the history can tear this down and make it longer than what it needs to be for this review, it's bad. Okay? This is why AEW is not excelling at the things that they should be excelling.
Selfish.
Selfish. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Selfish. This is the same Ospreay that went on record, even though I do not like to repeat it. This is the same Ospreay that went on record, which I do not like to repeat. This is the same Ospreay that, according to the dirt sheets, according to like the interviews, this is the same Ospreay that allowed Bullet Club to get a victory over the United Empire in that dog pound cage match before the send-off to Ospreay, before the send-off for Ospreay to go to AEW. This is the same selfish, air quotes, if you guys are listening via audio, air quotes. This is the same selfish Ospreay that got Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, into the United Empire, into New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is the same selfish Will Ospreay that gave life and a second chance to Aaron Henare of the United Empire, that gave life and a second chance to Jeff Cobb and TJP and Akira Francesco and the Great O'Khan. What fucking selfishness. The reason why I'm this upset and this frustrated is because the history don't make sense. You cannot call somebody like Ospreay, who has a big fucking heart in this business and for the guys that he runs with, selfish. They should have thought of a different kind of path to go by. Oh my fucking God. And you guys wonder why we get on AEW. You guys wonder why people get frustrated. It's because of bullshit like this. Again, how do we help this? How do we improve this? Well, the writers at AEW need to know the fucking history. This is how we improve it. By AEW writers knowing the fucking history. And I am killing myself over this because I love New Japan Pro Wrestling. I love the stories that the United Empire has created for the wrestling ecosystem, for, everything. But no, AEW has to fuck it up. The writers have to fuck it up because they want to change history. They want to make people believe that Ospreay is the bad guy when he's not the bad guy. And it does not make any fucking sense. Jamie, enjoy your dinner, sir. Thank you so much for what you have done, and thank you so much for being in chat, being in this live stream, and I will see you on the next one, and enjoy your dinner. Ciao. Let's continue with this. And I will say this on live stream. I will cut this whole section out, and I will email this to AEW, because I will not tolerate New Japan Pro Wrestling to be reworked like this. You guys have my fucking word on it. I want professional wrestling to get better. I want AEW to get better. I want the writers to get better, but the writers do not know the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling. They don't know the history of Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay, and this was a very bad approach. I do not care if I get hate for it. I do not like this. I still love New Japan Pro Wrestling. I still do. And I love wrestling in general.
I will give you one chance, Will. One chance to save face with these people.
Listen to the fucking fans. Seriously, Kyle, you should have basically pushed back against whoever wrote these lines for you, man, because it's not it. And no disrespect to you, no personal disrespect to you, but the fans are right. Shut up, because it's ruining it's ruining the history, because you can't make Ospreay seem selfish. There has to be something else. You know what? You know what could have worked? Because I'm all about like making suggestions and ideas, right? So you know what could have worked? We could have just stayed in the AEW kayfabe bubble. We could have just stayed in the AEW universe, right? Of how, Kyle Fletcher could have worked this in about why he betrayed Ospreay. And it could have said that, dude, I am not your little brother anymore. I do not listen to you. I want to make it to the top. And if all you want to do is not hit people with weapons or not deliver the Tiger Driver because you are so scared of something, right? Then this is why I'm going to betray you, because you don't have to keep tabs on me. You don't have to tell me what to do, what not to do. I don't listen to you. This is different. AEW is a different field than New Japan Pro Wrestling. So this is how it could have went down, where it did not need 9 minutes of rewrite history for New Japan Pro Wrestling and the history that they all have. Okay? So what could have been done simply was, dear Ospreay, and this is if I was writing Kyle Fletcher's words, he would, it would go something like this. You see, the reason why Kyle Fletcher backstabbed or took care of Will Ospreay is because of Kyle no longer wanted to feel as if like he was the little brother to Will Ospreay. Because yes, it is true. Once Ospreay came into AEW, everything was about Will Ospreay. Everything was like Ospreay this, Ospreay that, regardless of him selling or not selling in his matches. It's the fact that it's Will Ospreay. And I totally get that. Kyle Fletcher should not be in the shadow of Will Ospreay, because Kyle Fletcher does have personality. Kyle Fletcher does have a character in the making, but we don't even know what kind of character that is, because again, he has not flourished, because he kept having random ass matches on AEW, and having random ass matches on AEW does not make a character. I'm going to say it again, but I'm going to say it slowly. Having multiple matches on AEW programming, Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, even Ring of Honor, I'm throwing that in there, having multiple matches for the sake of having multiple matches does not make a character for a wrestler to get over on the crowd. Okay? So, remember that. Kyle Fletcher does not need to be in the shadow of Will Ospreay. I totally get that. So, in his monologue, right, Kyle Fletcher could have said, I am no longer your little brother. I decided to hit you with that screwdriver and that tiger driver because you have grown so soft nowadays that you don't want to do any of the dirty work. Well, while you were still in New Japan and I was over here first, Don Callis has showed me the world of what it means to get to where I am by doing the dirty work. But you, Ospreay, don't want to do the dirty work. So I had to do it for you and I had to take you out. Do you see how that's better? Because we're focusing on the AEW storyline and not trying to bring in New Japan Pro Wrestling? Seriously. Like, oh my God. Like that would be more investing. Because now you are on a new territory, which is AEW, All Elite Wrestling. Do not reference New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like, Kyle Fletcher could have made it very, very simple. Ospreay, I no longer want to be in your shadow. Ospreay, I don't want to feel like the little brother. And Ospreay, you have grown so soft that you want to appease the AEW fans. But you know what? I don't want to appease the fans because you know what that gets you? Nowhere. That's everything that Don Callis has taught me. And Don Callis taught me that if I play dirty, I'm going to get to where I'm at and I'm farther along than you. But when you came, you sort of dim my light. And in doing so, I had to cut you out of my life. I had to cut you out of being a friend because you didn't want to fall in line with the Don Callis family. I found a better family. United Empire is a distant memory. So I found the Don Callis family, and this is where I'm at, and this is why people boo me, and I fucking love it. And you're going to kiss my feet at the end of like the pay-per-view or whatever the fuck, and you are no longer going to be associated with me. I'm no longer going to be associated with you. I'm no longer going to be in your shadow. And that's because I am Kyle Fletcher, the Protostar. Does that not make it more interesting? Like, oh my God. Marie can cut a better promo than Kyle Fletcher, on God. That's because I fucking love this. And I don't need to write anything down. And I'm a writer. I have a creative writing degree. I have a publishing certificate. And this is frustrating. It's frustrating. So much. So frustrating. Because you're not going to change history like that. And I am not going to allow AEW to change New Japan history. Respect New Japan Pro Wrestling, the company that you stole the stars from, without allowing New Japan Pro Wrestling to push the newer stars into those fucking positions. And by the way, this is not an act. If you think that this is an act, it's not an act. This is my love for professional wrestling. This is like, you know, it's bothersome. This is not an act. I don't act like this to get clout, reviews, likes, follows. I don't. I do this because I love it, and this is like all natural and shit, dude. Like, I would have been more into the promo if he just said everything you did. I could get behind that. See? But I promise you guys have my word that I will send this to AEW and Tony Khan by email, because they are not going to disrespect AEW. All right, fuck, man. They're not going to disrespect New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is live. I'm fucking frustrated. I'm trying to find someone who loves me like Marie loves wrestling. Oh my God. Let's go.
There's a rhythm in the
Oh my
markets,
God, it's an
the
ad.
resonant echoes of the opening
Oh,
bell,
come
and the
on.
preludes leading to global elections, and the rising
I
chorus
can't skip
conducted
the
by
ad.
AI. And if you want to learn
Oh my God, I can't skip the ad.
You will face me in this ring next week. You will ignore the doctor's orders. You will ignore Al and Harry begging you to stay home, begging you to get more MRIs to prove to these people that you give a damn about them.
How does this work? How does this work? We know that Ospreay gives a damn about the fans. He wrestles in arenas that are 2,000 people. My fucking God, who wrote that? Who wrote that? It feels like the writers don't even watch their show or don't even see how many tickets that like they sell. Ospreay cares about the fans so much that this guy will wrestle in a non-sold out AEW show. Of course he fucking cares, Kyle.
But one thing is for sure, I am sending you back to that hospital bed for a lot longer than 11 days. I will bury you in this mat with Tiger Driver after Tiger Driver until your brittle neck withers away to dust. And I...
No. We're not doing that. And Ospreay better not, agree to that. No. We're not doing that. What we are going to be doing is that you are going to probably beat the shit out of Ospreay. Ospreay's going to beat the shit out of you. You guys are going to go through a table. You guys are going to use a chair. You guys might use a ladder. I don't know, but you're not doing that. Also, the other thing too is that this sounds very, very, very reminiscent to when Jon Moxley was New Japan champion, which by the way, he was never my champion, and he cursed out Shingo. Oh no, I'm messing them up. Fuck. Either way, he has not cursed out Shingo yet, which is a very good thing. Moxley has not cursed him out. Either way, this reminds me of the promo of Jon Moxley, who used to be NJPW champion. He was never my NJPW champion, but he cursed out Naito for no reason. And this is the same thing. Definitely the same thing where Kyle right now is cursing out Will Ospreay out of nothingness. Nothingness. Listen, I am very, very frustrated with this. So if I am mixing up my words, talking a little too fast, it's because the writers of AEW don't know the history, but yet then again will tell the fans that they need to go Google this person, that person, this person, that person, but they can't even pay attention to their own fucking program or even the history that the guys that get signed and get paid.
I will stand atop that mountain, atop your carcass, as the one and only protostar, Kyle Fletcher!
All right, Kyle, hurry up.
But one thing has become very apparent. If I want to stand atop this company and take it to heights it has never seen before, I can be nothing like you.
Is this where he shaves his head? Like, motherfucker, what does shaving your head have to do? By the way, all right, so after this, he's going to shave his head because he's like, oh, I'm not going to be like you, Ospreay. Why couldn't we get a hair versus hair match? If you were comfortable enough and agreed to shaving your head, why could we not get a hair versus hair match? Huh? Why? Yes, I think the rest of this promo is him just, it's him shaving his head. What else does he say?
He's got a razor.
No shit, Excalibur.
Electric
From
razor.
this day forward, Will, I am nothing like you.
Yes, because shaving your head means you're nothing like Ospreay. That motherfucker. Ugh. I try to be very professional, but this hurts my heart. It breaks my heart because it's stupidity. Stupidity being put on television that you got to know the history. Does he say some other stuff? All right, ladies and gentlemen, he was just screaming in my ear. Kyle Fletcher, please don't fucking scream in my ear. Thank you. Because screaming in my ear and screaming to the fans are not going to get your message across that we should be booing you. Because right now, whoever wrote your lines basically destroyed your character. Basically destroyed you. Because the person that wrote your lines and you didn't say no to it because you know the history and you would have gave a better way of doing it, because if you want to make money in professional wrestling, it's better to go, what do you call it? It's better to go personal, not kayfabe, not trying to twist the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling or what happened between you guys. And there's a lot of loopholes and holes in general about so you're upset that Ospreay backstab Okada. You're upset that Ospreay backstabbed Kenny Omega too? And you saw the writing on the wall? What writing did you see on the wall? How does this supposed fake-ass story of Ospreay backstabbing Okada correlate with Ospreay backstabbing Kenny Omega, correlate with you seeing the writing on the wall for you to go to AEW? What am I missing? I'm missing a lot of information in between all of that because the person who wrote this for you does not know the fucking history. I'm really trying to think about it, guys. Man. Oh my God. Also, I would like to say this. So because Kyle Fletcher was yelling in my ear, and I'm probably going to name this segment, Kyle, Don't Yell in My Ear. Because he was yelling in my ear saying, I'm not like you, Will. I'm not like you, Will. We can say from a kayfabe story standpoint as to why he was shaving his head is because he's having a fucking mental breakdown. Like I'm having a mental breakdown because the writers want to rewrite history. And they should not be rewriting history when people like myself know the history. Anyway, we can say from a kayfabe standpoint that Kyle Fletcher shaving his head and then screaming into the mic that he does not want to be like Will Ospreay, that he does not want to be compared to Will Ospreay, is him having a moment. Is him breaking because he breaks under pressure. Will Ospreay doesn't break under pressure. We could go with that too. Oh my God, we could go with that. Oh my God, we could. Oh my God. Guys, give me a second. I need to breathe. Because, I need to breathe. We could have went with a whole different direction where Kyle Fletcher is saying all of this and saying that the reason why I don't want to be in your shadow is because, I'm better than you and blah, blah, blah. But this at the end of him shaving his head and yelling into the mic is signs of paranoia, that he doesn't want to be compared to somebody else, which I get that. It's a very valid human emotion. I get that. But also Kyle breaks under pressure. That's why he fucking left to go. Okay, guys, listen. Perfect kayfabe explanation to this, right? Perfect kayfabe explanation to this. The reason why Kyle left New Japan Pro Wrestling to AEW in a kayfabe kind of way, and by the end of this promo that we have here on AEW Dynamite that happened yesterday where he's shaving his head and he's yelling into the mic that he will not be another Ospreay, the reason is because he breaks under pressure. Simple. He breaks under pressure. That's why it was easy for Ospreay to come in and take the spotlight from him in AEW in a kayfabe kind of way. Kayfabe. That's why it feels like to Kyle Fletcher as a character of the protostar, and the reason why he has to scream, and the reason why he has to say that I'm with Don Callis, I'm the protostar, I'm better than you, is because he breaks under pressure. He doesn't know how to break away from that, and shaving his head was the final straw to not be like Ospreay, but Ospreay is winning. Ospreay is winning in this feud because of what has played out. Because Ospreay's popularity, Ospreay's being the bigger babyface, Ospreay having all the achievements in a kayfabe wrestling world is getting to Kyle Fletcher, because Kyle Fletcher went to AEW first. So you would think that the spotlight would still remain on him, but no, it's not. Here comes Ospreay to take the spotlight from Kyle Fletcher, and Kyle Fletcher is fucking losing it. He's breaking. That's a better story. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's a better story. That's a better story. If you guys agree with me, hit that like button. If you guys think that that was a better story told, hit that like button, please. Hit that like button. Okay. Okay. Is there anything else I want to say on this segment? No, it's probably not. Probably nothing. If you don't want to look like Ospreay, you don't shave your head, you shave his head. Yeah. Thank you, MD. Oh my God. This is what I do for the love of professional wrestling. Not only do I break down segments like this, but I also was like, hey, let's think about this in a kayfabe form, you know. But the AEW writers need to know their fucking history. Anyway, that was the Kyle Fletcher segment, right? Now, we are going to watch, I think there might be like 2 parts of this. My God. By the way, for everyone that has stuck around, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was something. That was something. Anyway, let me find the next one, right?
We want to present
Is this video gonna play?
our
Yeah,
vision of what.
You know, they have it on autoplay. I wonder if this is really a 2-minute segment. Okay, it's not really showing me it. Why is it not showing me? The Hangman thing, we're not going to go over Hangman stuff because Hangman is going to get me upset too. But Jay White, like, please do something with Jay White. Jay White is amazing. He's an amazing storyteller. He's the best in the ring right now. Like, I fucking love Jay White. I miss talking about Jay White, and I miss talking about his matches because he's in AEW. Like, Jay White, man, like, I love you so much, man. You're like the best wrestler that's out there, best storyteller that's out there, someone that I'm always interested in following, but it's AEW, where the writers don't know shit about New Japan history. And by the way, I'm just going to put it out there. If why did it do that? Interesting. We're still good, right? Yeah, we're still good. By the way, so when I send this out, because I think that segment is important, because again, I love New Japan Pro Wrestling so much that I do not want New Japan Pro Wrestling to be shitted on, right? So if I do send that to AEW, they might even fucking flag my video, maybe, who knows? But it is something that I am willing to do. Something I'm willing to do. Because again, I do not want New Japan Pro Wrestling to feel like shit. Because it's bad enough that AEW fans want to curse out New Japan Pro Wrestling and want to talk shit about New Japan Pro Wrestling. and they don't get their flowers when their biggest stars are over at AEW. I'm still going to fight for New Japan Pro Wrestling because I love New Japan Pro Wrestling. Anyway, let me try to find this shit. Which I don't want it to play it all, okay? Like I don't even know what it is. Okay, so all right, I need people to help me out in chat unless I could find it. No, I can't find it. So it might just be the tag match of the Elite with the Elite with Jack Perry taking on DG and Private Party, right? Like, is that the ending where where BCC attacks?
For 90 years, we've shared Mexican talent across the globe.
Because I saw it. I don't know why I don't see it now. Let me see. They put the middle of the match? That could not have been the opening. The fuck am I watching? Oh, it is. Oh, this is okay. I am just skimming through it and I'm like, yo, this looks bad. This looks bad. All right. Let's do this. I'm probably going to get upset at it too, but let's do this. Oh my God, I'm dropping my headphones. It fell out of my hand. Okay. So, I don't even know if I'm going to get hit with a copyright strike because of the music.
Bucks for the...
Okay, so basically, what we are currently doing... Why is it doing that? Chat, how is the stream going? The stream is going good? Okay, so listen. What we're currently doing right now is the ending towards AEW Dynamite, where like you see the picture there of Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor is there. Earlier in the night, they had a bunch of AEW wrestlers stand out in the front in the parking lot, and basically it was like, yeah, we're here to go beat down Jon Moxley and crew. Guys, can you guys like make it a little bit more serious than having everyone just stand there? Yo, the Wraith, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Could AEW just make it a little more serious and think it out a little bit more better? Like, shit, why are you having anyone just stand there? There's multiple entrances to the building, and Jon Moxley could take them all out. All those small guys can't really do much, like, if you think about it. Anyway. So now we're up to the ending of Dynamite, and this is where, before we get to the Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor and BCC thing, Private Party ends up losing again to the Young Bucks with Jack Perry. To which Private Party is like, yo, give us another shot for the tag team titles. The Young Bucks are like, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. I don't like that idea. No, we're not doing that. To which Private Party goes and says, I have an offer that you can't refuse, Young Bucks. All right, what is that offer? To which Private Party says, if we lose, we break up. How is that leverage? Private Party, you guys are New Yorkers. I'm a New Yorker. Why the hell are you guys negotiating so bad? New York City is known to be the most negotiable place in the world. We haggle each other, we con each other, we even help each other out, but still con each other. Like, if you are a New Yorker You know how to haggle somebody. You know how to con somebody. You know how to negotiate with somebody. And Private Party, you're like, we're going to break up if we lose. If you like, give us the match. Give us the match. And if we lose, we break up. How is that leverage? How is that a negotiation tactic? You guys forgot what it means to be from New York. You guys really did. Like, man. Anyway, you know what? I'm just going to skip ahead to where we're going to talk about the picture that you see there. But I just want to say that, like, if you're from New York, you know how to negotiate. You know how to get under people's skins. You know how to tell the Young Bucks, like, bro, don't you ever want to stop being spot monkeys? Well, you know, we can have a match. Or, hey, Young Bucks, you know that you're using your power like WWE, right? The same place that you never wanted to be. Yep, good times. Anyway, so that happens, and now we're going to fast forward it to... We're going to fast forward it to here. You guys are only going to listen to the audio.
Jackson, the AEW World Tag Team Championship, but what's this going on outside? It's a truck. That's the truck we saw earlier.
Hold on now.
It's Marina Shafir, but no! Oh, Shafir by herself! That was a diversion! Marina Shafir by herself, and inside the ring, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio Castagnoli from behind!
Okay, as you hear Excalibur there, yes, BCC comes rushing out, destroying Private Party with DG, and kick him out of the ring. Why?
Wielding chairs, sitting down. Isaiah Quinn.
Where the rest?
A blindside assault. Wait a second.
Okay, so I am. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna post the Fletcher rant separate. Like after this, I'm doing editing. Okay, I'm doing editing. I'm not gonna send them like everything, but I'm gonna do editing because that clip needs to be put out for the world because we are not gonna rewrite New Japan history. Okay, so right now what I'm looking at is someone dressed in all black. It's Moxley because he also has a fucking face mask. He takes Chuck Taylor. If you guys don't know, Chuck Taylor had said he had a career-ending injury, which I still don't know what the fuck it is. So Chuck Taylor had told Orange Cassidy at the beginning of the night, it should have been at the beginning of the night, that, you know, oh, you should step up. And I'm like extremely paraphrasing, but that's the gist of it. Oh, you should step up, sir. And then Moxie comes and takes Chuck Taylor, rolls him down the aisle. He's going to throw him into the ring. And Wheeler Yuta is going to basically try to dismantle Chuck Taylor's ankle. But no, that's not good enough for Claudio Castagnoli, who has other ideas, not even Moxley. You know what? I don't really need this. I already know what the fuck is happening. So Claudio Castagnoli has other ideas. Not even Moxley has ideas, right? So, here comes Claudio Castagnoli to change the position of the chair to put it over Chuck Taylor's head and like back area, like right here. And then Moxley, I might be getting it wrong, but either way, they switch it up. Moxley is like, he turns away, he turns his back as if like he's not going to do anything about it. Here comes Claudio Castagnoli. Here comes Claudio Castagnoli to stomp on Chuck Taylor. Where in the corner, Wheeler Yuta is like a 7-year-old boy trapped frozen and being like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what's happening. Anyway, Claudio Castagnoli comes down, stomps on Chuck Taylor's back on like the chair and shit. And then the bad part about this is that I can't even show you the footage to where I can like highlight to be like, this looks completely wrong. Okay? So I'm going to explain it the best that I can. After Claudio Castagnoli like stomps on Chuck Taylor, the camera angle at the last second switches to where you can see the ramp and you see Orange Cassidy run down to try to save his friend. But it looks like, according to many, like the ending of an anime scene. My problem with this is that it makes it seem as if Orange Cassidy was staying at the top of the ramp with the Young Bucks and then waiting on cue, right? Waiting on cue to run down. And then as soon as that happened, the cut of the camera caught it. And I'm like, dude, why were you just standing there? It makes it look like Orange Cassidy was standing there waiting for the stomp as the cue to run down and try to save his best friend. That makes it look bad. That makes it look completely bad, you know? Like, why would you do that? Why would you cut to that? And then why is the BCC, whatever. Why is Moxie's crew running away like cowards? Like, this is not even like good running away, heel coward stuff that I wouldn't necessarily talk about. But why? You beat up everybody. But Orange Cassidy is the one that like you want to run away from? This is why I can't take any of these supposed baby faces serious. Because no babyface in that company has star power like, unfortunately, Jon Moxley. The only other person that has star power is Christian Cage. Jay White could also rival this. Jay White could have told a wonderful story alongside Moxley and make Moxley's story like make sense, because Moxley does not know how to tell a story. Moxley tries to be so philosophical that he is not philosophical. All of the delusional Jon Moxley fans out there, please come to your senses. Please come to your senses. So again, like, Jon Moxley doesn't know how to tell a story. Jon Moxley tries to basically like, you know, be philosophical, but he can't be philosophical. Adam Copeland could have been another person to rival Jon Moxley and be that big baby face. If we still had CM Punk, that would have been a great option. MJF is not going to be in this conversation. But you know, we do not have a big baby face. Orange Cassidy is not going to do it. Daniel Garcia is not going to do it. Anybody else that they're trying is not going to do it. You need somebody with enough star power to match Jon Moxley, to meet him where he's at. Darby is not going to do it. You basically destroyed Darby by having him lose his right to challenge Bryan Danielson. You destroyed him. It makes no sense at all. So that's what I wanted to talk about the ending of, like, you know, AEW right now is relying on WCW tactics for the beginning of the show and the ending of the show, where there's like a big commotion of one big group that wanted their way, and that's it. But it is WCW tactics. It really is. And those are the only two segments that I wanted to talk about. Like I said, if we went over the Hangman segment, I would get pretty upset at Hangman, because the change in Hangman is completely like unrecognizable. I don't recognize him, and that's not a good thing. And by the way, Jay White is completely 100% right that for Hangman to cover up his shortcomings, he had to go to deathmatch wrestling. He's completely right. Just bringing all the local people Mox taps out at those jiu-jitsu tournaments he has that always gets leaked online. Huh. Funny. Okay. With that being said, I am going to wrap things up. I want to seriously, I'm going to put this big. I want to seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in on a Thursday night. I do not stream on a Thursday night. My normal schedule is usually Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's just a lot of in real life stuff. Real life stuff has been happening behind the scenes. Therefore, I haven't been able to keep up that schedule for a good while. But I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for showing up on a Thursday. Very short notice, but I needed to get all this shit out that I wanted to talk about. And I love each and every one of you guys. Again, Jamie, big shout out to Jamie. I know Jamie's enjoying his dinner right now, but big shout out to him, man. Like, Jamie became a paid member to my newsletter, which, by the way, I no longer push my subscriptions on my newsletter. If you want to become part of the family there, you can. If you want to become part of the family over on the newsletter side of things, by all means, go ahead. But I no longer push it. I will reiterate, though, that YouTube Partner Program is where I am focusing my most attention on. Currently, right now, we are at 1,976 watch time hours out of 3,000 watch time hours. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys that watch my videos, comment on my videos, share it out. I appreciate you guys. We're almost there to the YouTube Partner Program. The other thing, too, is that if you have not already, please join the Discord. Sooner or later, as much as I love Twitter, which you can find me at Marie_Shadows on Twitter. As much as I love Twitter, I do not want an instance where I would have to pay for Twitter, even though I kind of want to pay for Twitter, but not at the same time, I don't want to pay for Twitter, but I'm in the middle. But if there is an instance of like Twitter Spaces ever being put behind a paywall or something, or something just happens, Discord is where you could get in touch with me and us as a community. Other than that, I do have merchandise. I do have a Fourth Wall account. I do have other ways to support the channel. But what I really, really, really want to say is that all I care right now is that you either like the stream, send it out, meaning share it with people. And if you want to hit that subscribe button right here on youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast, by all means, do that as well. The little tiny steps help. The little tiny love helps. And all of that grows into a bigger, and bigger. And I want each and every one of you guys here for the ride. Thank you for allowing me to express my ideas. Thank you for allowing me to talk about AEW. Thank you for allowing me to get my point across and also try to make wrestling better than it was a little bit yesterday and a little bit right now. If you guys, again, enjoy this, hit that like button, share it out, hit that subscribe button right here on youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast. And I will get back to each and every one of you about how we're going to proceed for the State of the AEW address, because, you know, we got to do some fun stuff around here, right? We got to have some conversations around here. We got to, change the narrative for having a very, 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 very good wrestling community that I know that we can have. Because right here, right now, this whole entire community is the best. We're only going to make it better from here on out. Right, guys? That is what we're going to do. Denisha, thank you so much. You do so much hard work as being my mod. I love it. Thank you so much for all your support. And thank you for always having my back. From MD to Gio to Robs to Javi to Jamie to Lucy, even to Temple Plays, who was trying to be a troll here. I'm I'm trying to remember who was here in the beginning of the chat. Everybody, I cannot remember the names. I'm so sorry, but everybody, thank you so much, and you're welcome, ND, for making the good points for Kyle Fletcher. And yes, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Thank you for being here, and I love what I do. I'm always gonna love what I do. Because I love professional wrestling. I love talking about professional wrestling. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am Marie Shadows, the host and the creator of the Square Circle podcast. And I will see you guys on the next one.